Yay! Hello. Okay,
Hello.
so I don't know what day that today's Thursday. Um,
Yes.
sometime in June, 17th, I believe. And my name's Chase, and this is Destiny. This is Destiny, and today we're going to be watching The House Bunny because we've been meaning to do something together for such a long time. We've done some of the like streams on like the part of her shared channel and stuff. And it's always horror related, and there's always so many different things that we like to do and such. So we figured today we watch The House Bunny.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you wanna? I always get messed up. Do you have anything you wanna say beforehand?
No, I'm really excited. I really love this movie. I grew up watching it, so I'm really excited to rewatch it.
Me too. If anybody wants to watch along, oh, I don't know if you hear the sirens in the background.
No, nothing.
I live in Los Angeles, so like every 10 minutes there's sirens.
That's like me, but I'm like, oh, do y'all hear gunshots? But it's just like people shooting their guns, not
In
because
Ohio,
it's like,
that's the thing.
not because I live in a bad neighborhood, just because it's country here.
People shoot hay bales and stuff, like,
Yeah.
just to practice. But The House Bunny is on Amazon Prime for anybody that wants to like watch along. If you're subscribed to that, that's one of the platforms it's on. I remember finding this in it had to have been 2008 or 9 or something, and it was just like in one of my mom's like DVD collection boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember being like, oh, that's the girl from Scary Movie. So
Literally,
I put it
yeah.
in and I just like fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so does my boyfriend. He actually, I don't know. I'm sure. I don't know if this is. I'm sure this is fine. He changed his name a while ago, like 15 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever it was that I'm not great at numbers. And he picked his name's Oliver, and he picked Oliver because he loves this movie so much.
Aw, that's so cute. You know, it's funny when you said like not that long ago or like a little while ago. I was expecting like a month or two. You said 10 years. I was like, oh.
I have poor conception of time. If it didn't happen yesterday, it was a month ago.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. Oh, something else I like to do is pull up the comments on my old phone because I can't see them on here very well. And then I can see them here and I can respond like, oh, Emily and Chris, good real hunting. And Red Rusty is here, and Chad or Chud or whatever he prefers. Chris says, I remember seeing this in theaters with my best friend and his girlfriend on a double date. I haven't revisited it in years until a couple of months ago, and I forgot how hilarious it was. It really is. I know that it's kind of like a taboo topic, but like I grew up in Ohio where like a lot of like boys like don't watch like chick flicks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And most of those boys that won't do that like love this movie for whatever reason. Like it just is a good one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It's funny. It has a lot of sex appeal. You know, what's not to love?
And it's just got that like I love like that like the girl vibe, and also the like what would you say whenever they're like bonding, like those scenes where she's like teaching them how to like be cool and stuff, and it just feels like a fun movie, you know?
Yeah, and it's like actually because you know she's the house mother. She's not doing your typical house mother things, but she really does help them, probably in ways that are better than the other ones. You know.
Oh
so
yeah,
she
definitely.
is motherly, even though she's not your traditional house mom. But that's what makes her the best one.
Yes. I love that part when she's like, "Oh, I'm not looking to make soup."
Yeah, like, what is it? That's nice.
Yeah.
Or something like
so nice. It was so nice.
So nice. So nice. Like, okay, damn, bitch.
Let's see. I still can't read it from that far, so I'll put it up there and read it here. He says, I've been watching it all the time now. Yeah. Or, that's fucking hot. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. This manhole.
Oh my God. And then later she's like, I think it was $1 coin because I heard it clink.
Oh, she's amazing. Oh, I love her.
Okay, do you have this on DVD or are you watching on Prime or how are you doing
DVD.
this? Cool. I have the DVD as well too, but I started fucking around and didn't bring it into my room, so I'm just gonna do it on here. So I don't know how we have to like match up, but I'll go ahead and like try to get to the point where it's like the opening parts.
Okay. The opening part. I will get there as well.
Amazon Originals. Maybe I'll watch you. Probably not.
Maybe. I'm at the copyright thingy-majig. The FBI piracy thing. More warnings.
Yay, I'm so excited. This is like me and my best friend. I have pictures on the wall right here. So like these are like all of my girlfriends in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And my best friend, it's probably too small to see. We love this movie. And I have a cat that looks almost exactly like the one from the movie. And every time she sees it, she calls him Pooter.
That's so cute. I love it.
Chris says, I'm about 11 seconds in. The Columbia lady is standing strong. Okay, yes.
Okay, I just got past that part. I'm at a golf ball now.
Okay, I'm still at the Columbia girl.
Okay. I'm gonna pause it. Okay. Now I'm looking at a house.
Golf ball. I am at a golf ball. And it says Happy Madison. Isn't that
Yes.
Adam Sandler movie?
I always thought that. Or like it looks like
Okay.
something. I always associate it with Adam Sandler as well. I'm at 32 seconds.
All right. I kind of got the first couple of lines because it takes a second to pause. But she said it all started when, and then she kind of stopped.
When? Bleh.
All right. I love the way she talks too. She's like, well, you know what? The same thing happened to me, but like not really at all.
She just like, it's always like she's here and then she's here. Like there's always two parts to her, I feel like.
Yes. Okay. I'm ready to play whenever you are.
Okay, yes.
Let's go. Let me know if we can hear the volume or not. Did you get to the part where she was like, I hear they did want the basket back though?
Yeah.
Oh, accept me.
Aw.
I know that always made me sad.
She's really inspiring, you know?
Cinderella.
Aw.
Yes. I just passed that line.
Yeah, same thing happened to me, but not really, like, at all. Home sweet home.
And I live in the Playboy Mansion.
Wow.
How could you not like want to be her or like be friends with her, you know?
Right? She's just like the positive energy you need. No matter what, she doesn't give up, and I love that.
Oh my gosh, I know. Which makes me super upset about like obviously the main character that's like against her.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like you're just mad. You're just mad.
You wish you were her. Stop being a hater.
I know, right? Why would Chris Pratt leave her? I don't know.
No. But I also heard Chris Pratt's kind of like, so.
I
Maybe
have
it's a
heard
good
that
thing.
too.
Maybe
I've
it's a good
heard-
thing.
Yeah. Maybe she left him.
Yeah, she said, I don't need you. I love her swimsuit, or her little outfit.
Oh my god, I know.
It is fucking adorable. I'll probably say that a million times watching this.
Yep. We can have a count off and see who does it more.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably
We
look
should,
better in
like-
the outfit than I would, but I still love it.
Oh yeah, I don't have those boobs.
I don't either.
Even with this like little corseted top, I'm like, okay, there's nothing there.
She's super pretty and doesn't throw up on anybody when she's drunk.
I can't relate. A centerfold.
I can't relate either. I'm too sensitive. I drink Or I throw up all the time.
I will throw up at any given point. So I remember, I think it was for a trivia night. I can't remember which one it was. But like I was having a great time, woohoo, whatever. As soon as we ended, I had to get up and I walked over and I just started throwing up.
Nerves.
Right when it ended. So people were still on here. You could have even been on here. But I just started throwing up and I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know what happened. I just got really hot, talking too much, got too excited, and I threw up.
Man, I get that way too. There was only one time that I can ever remember being like really like happy, excited about something and being like, yay! And I kind of like in my mouth a little.
Yes.
I know this is so gross. I'm sorry. I want to look
though.
like that. I want to be her.
In her little bunny shorts and that.
And they're, yep, they're leaf blowing. This movie definitely helped me have all of the fuzzy things that you see in the background and all of the pink.
Yes. That's what, like, I've always loved pink because, like, Clueless is my favorite, like, non-horror movie. That's, like, my favorite of these, kind of movies.
I haven't seen that in years.
Oh, I love it. And I really want it to, I've always loved pink, but I feel like it never went with my style. But if I do, like, pink and black and stuff like that, I feel like it's more me. So I'm trying to incorporate more pink into my outfits. So slowly but surely.
I definitely am all for it. Oh my god, this scene right here where they're all like dancing.
Yes. Every fucking outfit. I want it.
I wanted to have bunny ears. I could just do this.
Little bunny ears. I really want to be like a Playboy, like bunny for Halloween.
I actually was whenever I was like 18 and I moved out here. I wanted to be really cute because I just moved to California and in Hollywood and like there's all these gay bars and I'm just turned 18 like
and it's my time
Ohio.
to shine.
And I was also struggling with like how much I love horror movies and how you douse yourself in blood. Like that's pretty much what I looked like. I called myself Roadkill because I had like sexy pants on and like a sexy shirt and then like a neck thing and like fuzzy wrist cuffs and bunny ears. But I like shredded my outfit and then I doused myself in fake blood and I called myself Roadkill.
That is
so it was sexy and scary.
Perfect. That's like my like aesthetic. I really don't like saying the word aesthetic. It makes me feel weird, but that's my aesthetic.
Your vibe.
Definitely.
This is one of my favorite lines. It took me obviously until I was in high school and knew what roofies were. But like this moment where he's like, I put something in your orange juice and she's like, thank you. I usually don't find out till much later.
Oh my god. It's one of those things you don't really realize growing up and then you're like, fuck, that's what that means. I feel like I do that with all these kind of movies, going back and rewatching them now that I'm like 10 years older, 12, even 13. Like, it's like, oh shit. Okay.
There's even horror movies that are like really, really grotesque and like sexual that I used to watch all the time as a child. And I didn't understand why people were giving me such a hard time. And then now like I'll watch it back and I'll be like, oh my god, like who let me as a 5-year-old just run around watching this?
Seriously.
Piranha 3D, like.
Oh my god, Piranha 3D.
Do you like the sequel to that?
I have not seen it, but I have heard of some stuff that happens.
Listen, no one was more obsessed with that movie than I was whenever the first one came out, and I wanted a sequel so bad. So when it did, I like woke up at 6 a.m. to like buy it on pay-per-view because they didn't even put it in theaters. Like, and I watched it all day. I was just like obsessed, and so I like it for whatever reason. But I don't know. It shouldn't be a movie.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I do like it.
I didn't know about it until like a couple of years ago. I didn't realize there was a sequel, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know that. And I saw like some people who were in it. I was like, how did I not know? And then I heard about the piranha up in the vagina. I heard about that. And I was like, how the fuck have I not seen this movie?
Honestly, I love it. It's great when you're watching it. You just buy it. Whenever there's another thing I remember being like, oh, how could they be in a water park? But the guy is really, really cheap, and he's like trying to save on money, so he's not paying for water. He's pumping water in from a lake into the water park.
There you go. Boom. I love that. It's like the same thing in like Shark Night. It's like, how are the sharks in the water? I was like, it's a saltwater lake, and he's bringing the sharks there.
Yes, so. I saw that in theaters. I begged my mom to take me.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they did, and it was awesome.
I love that movie. That's like a good comfort movie. Anytime I watch it, I'm just happy. I love it.
Me too. It's such a fun concept, and like it's such a fun, like, call it. And I love Sarah Paulson. No, Paxton.
Paxton. I always get confused too. Yeah, Sarah Paxton. She's great in it. I love it.
Man, I haven't seen her in anything since Aquamarine.
Aquamarine?
Yep.
She was in this Lifetime movie that's called Blue-Eyed Butcher. And whenever I watched it, I thought it was really good. Does it still hold up all this time? Probably. It's about a case, and I'm sure you might have heard of it because I'm pretty sure it's based off a true story. It's like the wife is being abused, and then she kills her husband and like brutally kills him, like stabs him like, I don't know, 90 times, maybe less, but like a shit ton of times. And they're trying to find out if she's guilty or not because she's been going through a lot of abuse, but she did brutally kill the guy. So, but it was really good. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I know another movie you're like really looking forward to is that new Jennifer Fox one.
Jennifer Fox.
Or Megan Fox.
You just combined it. That's her new name. I like it.
I'm getting
yes. I cannot wait for it. It looks great.
She in? Sarah Paxton was in Last House on the Left, wasn't it?
Yes, she was. Yeah.
Okay, someone said, yeah, I rented that when I was young, and I had to close my eyes throughout that whole scene. So thank God, because I still have never even seen it. But I a little bit heard it, and I couldn't handle.
It's just like,
but the rest of it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, growing up and watching her and stuff, because
Halloween Town, like,
yeah, like we grew up watching her, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to see this happen to her. And even
makes
like
you feel helpless.
The boy that's in it too, their son or the guy's son, who's like really not bad, like he's kind of being forced to do it, you know. Even him, I remember growing up watching him and stuff, and I was just like, you better fucking quit, like, you better help her, like, please.
Yeah, it's rough. It depends on how rape scenes go about, but like for the most part, I don't care for them because I feel like that's such a cheap way to make your audience feel uncomfortable. And like, if you're gonna make people feel uncomfortable in a horror movie, like, please do it differently.
I don't necessarily mind them, depending on the context of the movie. If it's like a rape revenge movie, like, even though they're still,
like I Spit on Your Grave, I've seen it, but it's like, it has like a 20-minute long like
it
rape
just
scene.
goes on and on.
I like when they allude.
She's here and it just keeps happening. She keeps moving locations and it just doesn't stop.
I know.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. But even though they're definitely hard.
They're so dark.
Yes. But like American Mary, that one has a rape scene, and I feel like that one, you know exactly what's going on. You can see the movement of it, but you're not really seeing it. You're seeing her being moved and just her face. Still hard to watch. But that, I feel like if it's something that's not necessarily like right on it.
Yeah, I don't like vulgar, like, I don't know.
Like,
all right. Really quick, because we got really off track. I'm sure everybody watching this movie is like,
why are we talking about rape when we're supposed to be watching House Bunny?
The House Bunny.
I'm sorry.
That's another one of those outfits that I just love on her. But I love how she's just like sitting there and like hears girls talking about like drinks, and she's just like, oh.
My thing. I know this. I love it. I always have wanted a little white skirt like that, like a little white mini skirt. It's so cute.
Oh yeah. So the guys who've never seen this before, so fun. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects of it. There's like, there's like parts that men would like, there's parts that like women would like. There's like it's like a friend group movie, it's like a teen movie. It's like it still has like when you get to the end, you're like, no matter who you are, like human beings just have feelings.
Yeah. It's
Um,
great.
Not a fan of pink, but my son's favorite color, and he is very dapper in his pink shirt, so it's fine with me. Great. You know what? That's a good word. I like dapper. That's good.
Got the pink on.
She is so supportive for everyone, and I love that about her too. You can tell, like, no matter what it is they're talking about, she cares about it.
Yes.
Even if she has no idea what they're talking about, she cares about them.
And like even when they're being like mean to her, like, and they try to like make fun of her, but she's like, no, I know, like, you're picking on me. But,
yeah,
like, I'm still not gonna let that bother me, and I love that.
I love it too. She's like, oh, brothel, I'm not looking to make soup.
Brothel.
Shark Night was way better than I expected it to. Honestly, me too, and it still holds up pretty well because I see some other shark movies with some CGI, and it's like, like unless you're watching Sharknado, then it's okay. But like Shark Night, it still worked very, very well for me. It's it's a fun. It's an aquatic water movie.
I really enjoy it.
Oh yes. Oh my God, she is in superhero movie. Awesome. She's like the person who was like hospitalized. Awesome.
Movie.
Oh,
I feel like I've definitely seen it.
Watch it.
I think I've seen it. I kind of get a bunch of those movies kind of mixed together, like.
Oh wait, what are you talking about? His comment said he hasn't watched Shark Night, and I was telling him like watch it.
Okay, I was like, I don't. Maybe I've seen it. Fuck, but.
Oh
yes.
no, superhero movie. Well, that's like scary movie. It's funny. It's not something that's like
Yeah.
The Shark Night, yes, watch.
Yeah, Shark Night. Lots of fun.
Oh my God! Thank you. Someone else is talking about this. Sarah Paxton replacing Kimberly Jamie Brown as Marnie in Hillary is something I will never forgive. She is not my Marnie either, and that is because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Disney totally casted Sarah Paxton because they thought that she was skinnier than the main girl.
I think I heard about that from like her TikTok or something because I was scrolling through TikTok and I found her and I was like, "What?
Yeah,
Marty, what are you doing?" I was like, "Hey."
She's adorable still.
She is. I love it. She still has
now
like her costume.
Yes. Now that there's Disney Plus and they do Disney Plus originals all the time, they should totally come up with a Halloween Town 5 where they just pretend like the fourth part didn't happen, or maybe they tiny little bit reference it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I feel like there would be a way that you could do that. I feel like there'd be a way that you could use voice overdubbing and pull clips from the old movies and like CGI Grandma Aggie in for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to do a lot because then it looks bad. But like I don't like at the very end of like one of the Star Wars movies, they do Princess Leia for like 45 seconds, and because it's so quick, they should do it.
I would love to see that. That would be great.
Shout out to Beverly. I grew up watching Ellen and sorry not to switch gears so quickly, but I just caught eye of Emma Stone being on the screen, and this is one of the first movies I ever saw her in, and it started like my love affair for her.
Yes. I think, what year was this movie?
2008.
2008. What year was Zombieland?
I think also around the same time, 2009.
And then
because in 2019, 2010.
Okay, so
she went like super bad, and then this, and then I'm not gonna lie, Zombieland was the first thing I saw of hers in it.
Yeah.
But then I did see this first, but I didn't know that was Emma Stone.
Uh-huh.
So when I saw Zombieland, and I was like, oh my god, I love her. Who is that? And went back. Yeah,
Trying to
sorry, I
think.
cut you off. Go ahead. It's the lag.
I think maybe Easy A was my first because maybe it was Zombieland because I loved her in Zombieland. I thought she was so cool. Easy A became like my obsession. I would literally practice her. I got a pocket. I got it. And I would do it for my mom and like belt it out like I did not care. And that's not like me because I was a super shy kid. But I loved it. And then this
I feel
movie.
like you would have a good voice.
Oh, I don't. But thank you. I'll take that.
Aw.
Oh, I love her. She's so cute. And then watching her in like The Amazing Spider-Man, I was so happy. I haven't watched the second one because I don't want to.
They're so good. I love her. I almost love the second. I'm not gonna not. It's not even not almost. It is. I love the second one better. I fell in love with her in the second movie. I don't even know how to do it. There's this one scene where she's like, you can't laugh so cute. You have to come up with a different laugh. And she's like, and it still is like adorable. It's like an Emma Stone laugh, you know?
Mm-hmm. She's just so cute. And I love her face. And she's like always like scrunchy. She's adorable. I love it.
She was great as Cruella.
I still have to watch that?
So good. Kat Dennings, yes, so good. The pregnant girl, Catherine McPhee, she's made it pretty far since her way back in American Idol. That's true. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but she's now married to David Foster, who used to be married to Yolanda Hadid, who was previously Yolanda Foster. And that is Bella and Gigi Hadid's mom, like the models Bella and Gigi Hadid. Their mom was dating or married to David Foster for years. And then she got sick and he didn't want to take care of her anymore and like divorced her and married like a 30-year-old who's Catherine McPhee.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's that story.
That's amazing. I didn't know that, but I knew she was on American Idol because I had rewatched this because I actually found my DVD at Goodwill. Someone had dropped off like a bunch of 2000 stuff because I found this. I found the first 2 seasons of maybe the first season of What I Like About You with Amanda Bynes.
Love that
Another Amanda Bynes movies, like a bunch of those like early 2000s. I was like, fuck yes, this is exactly what I need. So I rewatched it whenever I first got it, and so I was like going through the cast just to see what like other people's in. And which one is it? Hold on. The one with the Joanne.
Oh,
she's in the Sorority Row remake. Have you seen that?
I have not. I don't know it even. The only information I have about Sorority Row is when Randy mentions it.
Yeah. So have you seen the original?
No.
So there's the original House on Sorority Row, and then there's the remake Sorority Row. I recommend both of them, but I think you would really love the remake because the characters are so bitchy and catty, but it's like that also. It's like 2009, I think. So it's still like 2000s. I think it's great. I think you would love it. That's
perfect. I would love that, actually. That's my whole era.
I know.
I love this moment.
It was just
sorry, go ahead.
So funny. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah? I quote this all the time with my friend, where she's like, Shelly, you need to, like, cover up your body. And she's like, well, I'm just walking around in the body that God and Dr. Borfman gave me.
Oh, my God.
And then badge in the face, and she's like, ah!
Oh, my God. Why don't you throw some clothes on? Oh, it's
or when she's like, oh no, my eyes weren't glazing, they were taking a break.
Oh,
yeah.
Silk canopy.
Whenever you said like catty bitchiness, I love Scream Queens. I don't know if you've ever watched it or if you have or if you like it or not.
Mhm.
I'm an absolute like stan of Scream Queens. Like, will do anything, would like sell my soul. I currently have the job that I do, and I don't have any pull. I'm no one.
Yeah.
But hopefully after 6 years of working really hard, I will, and then can go to Ryan Murphy and I'm gonna be like, give me another season.
Seriously, calm down on American Horror Story. Let's
Ugh.
get Scream Queens, please. I'm for American Horror Story, but like
Me
on
too.
season 10, let's get some Scream Queens going. Like, what's the deal?
It was such a perfect. I feel like it was like some people say niche, some people say niche, some people say niche. I don't know, whatever you want to say. It was such a show. Like, it had a
Yes.
particular taste, but it was me. I'm that bitch. I'm that taste.
Yes.
Because I was
yes.
honestly so scared at the concept of killing. I've been attacked a lot in my life. People used to beat me up. My parents were hard on me. Like, I live in Hollywood, had to pull a taser on someone. Like, it's scary. Assault is scary. So Scream kind of ruined horror movies. Like, it really did. Like, people kind of brag on like Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky for like being too meta, and it's like, well, it came out in 2006. Like, everything was like that at the time. Scream broke the world. So when it was like went away for a while, and it was like this whole paranormal thing was the newest thing to do. Paranormal, Conjuring, Insidious, like Paranormal Activity, Sinister. All I ever wanted my whole life was I'm just such a huge slasher fan. That's all I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why or what. And then I just love knives and blood and just the concept of someone chasing someone down. And I've had the biggest crush on Emma Roberts for I don't even know how long. So when she was in Scream 4, that was like, I was like, I know God exists because he's listened to my prayers.
Because he's helped me out so much.
Yeah, it's like, sure, I'm starving and my parents can't pay their bills, but he put Emma Roberts in a movie.
Yeah, sure, my dad is dead, but thank you, God, for Emma Roberts. Thank you.
He listens in his own ways, Destiny.
I know. He helps when he really wants to.
If it's aligned with what he sees.
Yes,
and he
like, this is going to
saw
actually
Scream Queens happening.
help her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it was just, the comedy was so funny and the mystery was fun. I liked that there was a killer reveal like every 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And there was so many callbacks to other horror movies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I loved it. And when Ariana Grande, when she was in it, I loved it. And I would literally go on Pinterest looking up like Scream Queens TV show outfits, like inspiration. I was like, like I said, I've always loved this sort of style, but I feel like it never fit me. But, whatever. I think it does, so I'm going to embrace it now.
I felt that way too my whole life. I mean, obviously. But like, oh wait, hold on. I'm so distracted by this. She's like, do you want to take a sip? I'm so thirsty.
Oh, no.
I think the boys in this movie are cute. I'm totally
Especially this main guy.
Frat boy of the 2000s. Totally.
Love it. Were they
and
the
Emma
nicest?
Stone being like,
probably
no.
not.
No.
Would they have said some rude things? Probably.
Yeah.
But times have changed.
But I don't know. I want all of them. All of them. Boys are like shoes. You look stupid with just one.
Yes. I agree.
But I actually bought Scream Queens DVD sets from Japan because they weren't like released in America, and I was like, but I want them on DVD. Why would you not put them on DVD? So I had to go. My car's still dirty, so I gotta work. But I actually have these box sets from Japan.
Oh my god. I love it. That is so fucking cool.
In the back has like, I don't know if you can see, but it's got, like, the different language.
That is awesome.
Like, oh, how sweet, you give old people a place to live, or nurses a place to live. And he's like,
you
no,
think I'm young? Thank you. I'm sorry to invade your space.
This is literally Oliver and I, my boyfriend. I'm blonde, I have blue eyes, I'm very nice and kind of like not ditzy. I'm very educated and smart, but like I'm very kind of like in my own bubbliness like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the time he'll say something and I'll be like, "Oh, sorry to invade your space, but I really just needed a hug." Like so it's so funny that I ended up with him and he ended up with
Mm-hmm.
me because it's like an exact mirror of that.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely the, I guess, kind of ditzy. I'm not very like. It almost looks like a VHS tape from the front. Like, I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
Kind of in a way. That would be really cool. To
Oh,
get
yeah.
like a, yeah. I love it. Abigail Breslin.
Sorry, you were saying something about you're definitely like
Ditzy in my own world. But like I'm book smart. Like I'm smart like that. But like when it comes to like common sense or just being aware of my everything around me, and I'm not all the way there. I'm definitely very much here.
Me either. And it's like I still even have lots of common sense. I'll figure out shit that no one else in the world has come up with. I'll figure out a problem no one else has seen. I'm my own little Einstein. But like literal common sense or spatial aware, I can't. I'm knocking my elbows off of something, or I'm stumbling over someone, or I don't know. I'm very much just like her, where she's like, "Sweet balls."
Oh, again, I love this swimsuit little outfit she's got going on. It is so cute.
Oh my god! And Emma Stone's quirky personality. She's like, "We go like through like shoes, you know, because like that's fun."
That's fun. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And dirty dance with each other. Yo, grumpy.
Old grumpy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we about at the same time? Or...
Yes. Our bodies.
We play some like dodgeball.
Maybe.
Yeah. How far can you throw?
She's so excited. Like, where the fuck does she come up with this?
What?
How hard can you throw?
And like now she's embarrassed, but like you can tell, like what you said, she really loves it. She's excited. She wasn't embarrassed about it until she like looked around and like read the social cues.
She read the room, realized it's going pretty bad. I should probably just stop talking.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it means several things. It either means someone has been killed there by a gang. It means someone on that street corner sells drugs. Or it means that someone on that street corner sells sex. And those are just, I don't know if that's true anywhere. That's just what I thought.
Tennis
that's
balls
what I was
on a
taught.
wire?
Like if you tie your shoes and throw them over a telephone wire.
I thought people just did that because
I thought people did
around.
too. But like then as I got like older, people were like, no, that's like a sign of like you sell drugs or like you've murdered someone or like you sell sex or something. And I'm like, well, geez, like.
Oh, it's kind of crazy. I've only seen that like once in my life, like the shoes on the thingy.
She's so great. She just said, the only magic I figured out how to work was how to figure out how to stay in college and not go back to a trailer park in Idaho.
I love her.
Go away.
Her face.
What do I do?
A little bit of mystery.
She's like me trying to like help my friends who don't know how to flirt.
Yeah, it's like, just do whatever you're not doing, please. And she's back. Drop some timber.
Yes, her physical acting is everything.
Yes.
There's this one part, and I've seen this movie hundreds of times. And the last time I watched it, like a month or two ago with Oliver, my boyfriend, it's after they're all prettied up and they're glammed up and they're going to help the nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she shows up with all of her girls and she's like, all right, girls, scatter, go help. Like, she tells them to, like, disperse. And, like, they all walk away, like, you know, like, strutting away in their pretty heels. And Carrie May's like, and she, like, starts
I saw that.
searching around like this. And she's the only one that does it. And I
think literally probably the same thing with you. About a month or two ago, whenever I found this and rewatched it, I noticed her doing that. I was like, what the fuck? I love it.
Throughout the whole shit like that. Whenever she's like, you know, boys like whenever you know how to be kempt and clean. This means wearing deodorant. Carrie May.
Oh
no.
She like sulks.
And she's like, do you have any questions? And she's like, if he wants to kiss me, what do I do with my chew? Like my chew tobacco. And I never got that until recently either.
Oh my god, disgusting. Boys would like literally spit it on the floor at school and like rub it in with their boot. I'm like,
oh my god, did you grow up in Ohio or did I grow up in Texas? Like,
they're just the same, I guess.
Like, and one time,
oh my god,
it was when I got my license for the first time my junior year, and I started driving. And I came out, and my entire car was covered in tobacco, spit, and chew. And they had like, not just spit, like they had taken the tobacco out too, and like tossed it on the car. And that was a problem for like a week and a half. And I kept telling the principal that it was happening, and then they were like, we can't do anything about it. And I was like, well, then whenever it happens, since you can't do anything about it, I'm just going to start doing it to your car.
Yeah, like, oh, what are you going to do? Nothing, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Nothing, because you can't, like you just told me.
Like you literally just said. That's fucked up.
What do you think about the girls trying to get them to do the karaoke like that? That pissed me off the first time I watched this. I was like, people literally like they wake up and choose violence. Like,
exactly. Like, what is your problem? I could never like. I believe in karma. I believe in like being a good person until. I don't think you always have to be a good person. It's definitely okay to stand up for yourself, but like just purposely being mean. Like, what's the point? Why go out of your way? Like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bored?
Yeah, it's gotta be. I feel like you're probably on the same vibrational wavelength as me. As I make this metaphor a lot, where I'm kind of like baking soda. Okay, you can do a lot of things with me. You can clean with me, and genuinely or generally, you know what you're interacting with. You know, you don't just fucking pick up baking soda and be like, I have no idea what this is, you know? You know what to do with it. Okay, so if I'm baking soda and I'm Chase and you know how I react to things, don't fucking come at me with vinegar and expect there to not be an explosion. Like, I'm fine until you erupt me. Like, don't pour vinegar on me because then I
will literally explode right here.
Yeah, like... Let's not do that.
Yes, because it's like I want to be nice, especially like, you know, doing this kind of stuff.
So nice.
Talk to so nice. Talk to so many people like daily doing this stuff. So I'm always nice until like if someone tries to like take it too far or like says something weird, like I'll shut that shit down fast. Like I'm nice, but do not fuck with me. Like I'm not. No.
Yeah.
I've always been that kind of person. Like I was always quiet. I was a quiet kid. I never like stuck up for myself, did anything. As I got older, it's like no, it's not happening anymore.
I know. I just started getting mouthy because people would either hurt me or not hurt me no matter what I said or did. So it's kind of like the concept of like if you're going to go to prison for like robbing a bank, then like if I didn't do it and I'm still gonna go to jail, like, bitch, now I'm finna rob a bank. Like,
I might as well
do it.
If I'm getting in trouble for it, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
I know, you have to.
Mhm. That's how like my
Chris,
my
yeah,
aunt.
you're an antagonist.
Yeah, Chris
She
and
is the
Kat antagonize
protagonist,
me.
and
They
they're the
know how to get
antagonist.
under my skin, and it's the same thing. You do it because you know I'll react, and one day I'm not going to react, and that day's not today, or probably anytime soon, because I just can't help my reactions sometimes. But
I love that you said that because I thought
I'm
you were going to do this whole
not.
other thing. And then I was like, you're
No,
like,
not today.
and probably not anytime soon because
Not
I'm not
anytime
perfect.
soon. I'm still working on it.
I'm in self-therapy, okay? And that consists of Googling YouTube videos, and I'm watching so many other ones right now that I don't have time to watch the therapy videos. So
Yeah, therapy is just not my priority right now. I don't care what the doctor says, okay? I'm fine.
Doctor, you go to a doctor? I'm just kidding.
No, I don't. I probably should though. My mom's told me so many times, Destin, you need to see a doctor. I'm just like, just
well, I
crying. I'm
can't
just like,
see a
I'm
doctor
good.
because every time I do, they're just like, yeah, something's wrong with you. And I'm like, well, I fucking knew that. I was in pain.
Exactly. I know. I'm asking for help. I just
He
don't like going
says,
to the doctor.
I'm cool if you want to hurt my feelings, but don't fuck with the people I care about. That's where I have a problem. I'm similar in a way to where that it's like most of the time I won't give a fuck about my feelings unless I know someone's trying to be like ill. Like if you're trying to be ill, like get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, what was it? There was something I had posted on something. I wish I could remember what it is. But someone, what the fuck was it? I don't remember. But it's kind of like the same thing. Like, I could deal with like trolls or like even like hate comments, or I've gotten like comments on like Facebook posts and like groups and stuff. And I can deal with that, but like, don't talk about my friends and don't talk about my family. Because like, I can take it, and I would rather someone bully me than someone else. Like,
yeah,
I've had to like grow a thick skin just through life, and so it's like, you can come at me, but if you fuck with my friends or my family, anyone close to me, like, that's when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, because it's like we almost get so trained at like learning how to defend ourselves that it's like when we get made fun of, like you said, it thickens our skin, but like your skin doesn't really get thickened in the way that it's like about, it's usually never about other people in your life. People usually never attack that. So like when it happens, it's like don't go there.
Don't you dare.
It's like that's the quickest way to get lit.
Yeah, exactly. And especially if it's like, I don't even know, like, if someone, like, I get some weird comments to where like I don't get mad. I'm just like, what? Like, whenever someone told me not to wear sandals because they made my feet look big, I was just like,
and it's like, where does that opinion come from? How did it even pop in your mind? Where do you have the time for that? When have you seen my feet, and why does it bother you?
Literally, I said, like, first of all, I can fit into a kid-size shoe. I have very small feet, like the rest of my body, okay?
But like, why does it bother?
Don't look at my feet, you fucking weirdo. Like, why are you looking at my feet? It's so weird.
I really hate how cliche this sounds, but literally anytime, and this is true, like in high school and in college, like if I couldn't fucking stand someone, I didn't follow them on Instagram. I didn't hate comment on them. I didn't try to be like, you're a homophobe. You know how like they would like comment like, you're a fag on my thing.
Yeah,
I didn't try to like come back at them. It's like, because when you irk me that much, when you make me that repulsed, it's like that I literally can't think about you. I don't want to.
Yes.
Like, like if I'm so upset, like you won't catch me on Facebook or on YouTube or like on anybody. Like you won't catch me leaving a negative comment. Like there's even been a couple of times where I've like responded sarcastically to something on my, like, someone was kind of like rude and I like kind of give like a smart ass remark back. And I'm like, no, they don't even know who I am. I've never met this person. I don't want to do that. And second of all, they can't hear my tone or my context, and they can totally take this, spin it like a fucking spider with a web, and run with it like a athlete on competition day. And I'm not about to have it. So like, I'll like roast someone trying to stick up for myself, and then I immediately just like I'll just delete the whole comment and in general, like theirs and mine and all of it, like in 30 seconds because I can't do that.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like the same way. I'll say something, I'm like, oh, is that too mean? But usually I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. Like, I won't do it to be like, oh, you fucking idiot. You know, nothing
Yes.
on that level. But I, like, who was it? I feel like I was on the same post. I was just, for like a couple of weeks, I just kept getting like comments and like stupid comments. Or like someone's like, oh, you're just like fishing for likes.
Yes, I think I did see that.
I was like,
so are you? You're on social media. Like...
yeah, like first of all, jealous much? Second of all, like,
yeah,
I'm just posting pictures. Like, what the fuck? And I feel like it's always because because like I do my makeup, okay? That's my art, okay? But if I post my makeup, I'm getting told I'm fishing for likes. But if someone posts a picture of their painting, you're not going to say the same thing. It's just because I'm showing my face and all of a sudden I'm fishing for likes.
Well, it's a vanity thing and people are sexist because, you know.
Like, I can't win, can I? Let me just post my fucking pictures.
Especially Killer Flicks. I've been a part of Killer Flicks for like 2 years-ish now, like maybe a little over. And I used to interact a lot. And then in this past year or so, I've kind of just not, and even when I do, I'll end up going back and deleting my fucking post because people just, and I see it with other people too. It'll be like, it'll ask a question like, how many people here like Scream 3 instead of hate it? And like it'll have 100 comments on it. And like 92 of the comments will be like, why would you make a post like this? It's fucking trash. Why would you stand up for it? I don't like you. Your opinion sucks. And then 2 of the comments will be like, yeah, I like Scream 3. And it's like, I'm so confused. Like, do you have a clarity problem? Can you not read? Because the post said, I'm curious if anybody here likes Scream 3. They didn't say, hey, if you fucking hate the thing that I like, trash it in front of me, thank you. They said, if you like it, let me know. If not, move on. So if you read something that says, do you like Scream 3? And your answer is no, then it's not for you. Don't answer. I can't understand why people be like, oh, I love Halloween 2018. Like, who else agrees with me? And then people will be like, it's the shittiest one. You're terrible. Get out of Killer Flicks. And it's like, they weren't asking for your opinion.
It's okay.
Then.
Calm down. Yeah.
Sorry. I get so, I'm like,
no,
literally
not you.
wasn't for you.
Yeah, no. That's what, I don't understand that either. It's like, okay, like you cannot like it. Like, that's fine. Like, it's fine.
But it would be like when someone's asking for a specific thing, it would literally be like if I said, hey, people who have a Fiat, people who drive a Fiat can get a free ice cream. And then someone came up to me and they were like, I drive a Mini Cooper. And I'm like, great, get the fuck out of here. I don't care. It's not what I asked. Like, that's my thing with hate comments is it's like, great. You're not a part of the promotion. You're not getting the free ice cream. You're not even a Fiat. Get out of here. You're not a part of it. Why do you want to be? Get your car out of here. Yes.
That's how, there's this one group. Because I feel like usually in Killer Flicks for me, there's really not that many rude people. There's only a couple of rude people I've had to deal with, but nothing ever to the point to where it's that bad. But
yeah,
there's another Facebook group I'm in, and it's a Halloween one, and people on there are fucking ruthless. They will fucking come for your throat. I'm like,
I know, right?
Yeah, like, we're supposed to be happy here. It's supposed to be fun. Like, someone had just joined the Halloween group, and because like I stopped really posting on there. Like, I usually just post on Killer Flicks because that's where I get the most like positive. That's where people are usually the most like nicest to me. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay here because I don't want to deal with a lot of hate from random shit. But like, same thing there. I posted some stuff with like me holding, or one time I posted a picture of my Halloween earring. Okay, you couldn't see all my face, you could see like half of it, because I'm not just gonna zoom in right on my earring. Like, I was wearing them, I was like, oh, I should post a picture of my earrings, like their Halloween earrings are so cool.
Yeah.
You're just fishing for likes. Oh, everyone's just thirsty. I'm just like, I posted a picture of my earring. Like
how?
I'm sorry my face is in it, but like I'm literally wearing my earring. Like, why am I being attacked for just showing off my earring? I don't get it.
I'm more confused at that than I have ever been about anything in my entire life. Like, I literally, what?
My earring, yeah. I kept getting I got a few amount of those comments. I was just like,
And another thing about with those posts and those groups and stuff is it's like, what I have found weird since of my like year and 7 months on YouTube is if I say that I like Scream 4, or if I say that I like Jason X, or like if I like Seed of Chucky, like people will literally like crucify me and claim that like they're a more hardcore fan because they like the original and they want to stick to what's traditional. And it's like, okay, and it's the same with the Star Wars movies.
mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, so if there's 10 films, 10 or maybe even 11 of them now, I don't know, and I own all of them on DVD and I watch all of them yearly, and you only watch the original 3, so you're watching 3 movies and I'm watching 11. I'm the one that's intaking more content. I'm the one that loves all the stories. I'm the one that's genuinely having a good time and the engagement. And I can watch all of them and not one moment upsets me. So wouldn't you think that I'm the bigger fan, not the person who's sitting there being like, you're not a true fan because how could you like Halloween Resurrection? Like, get out of here.
It's still a part of the franchise. Like, why? What? People just really amaze me. I'm just like, dude, just like what you like, don't like what you don't like, but don't constantly scream it in my face. And like, I'm not gonna. You could love. I don't even know a movie like I really don't like, but you can love it, and I'll just be like, okay, it's not for me, but I'm happy it works for you. That's great.
Exactly.
And that's it. Like, that's the whole point of movies, and that's the whole point of art and all this kind of shit. What if we all liked the same thing? That would be so boring.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand about options, is that people get so mad at options for other people, but then get mad whenever they don't have options for themselves. They're like, well, I need more than just one thing or whatever. It's like colors. You know, if there was only green and yellow and pink, it would get really fucking tiring, you know? So it's like, that's why there's blue and purple and indigo and gold and black and brown. And it's like, wouldn't you be grateful that there's more variety to pick from? Like, now that you're able to have more of a selection to pick a favorite color, can't you be happy with that? But it's like, no, instead people are like, I'm going to be livid because brown exists. Like, I don't know.
Like, why? Like, okay.
You would look good in that little cherry bra.
You think so? I would still wear that with that white skirt from earlier. But there's a movie called Microwave Massacre. Personally, I think it's fucking terrible. But if you like it, I'm happy it worked for you, because it did not work for me at all. But if you liked it, then that's great. Again, it's like, that one was, I didn't even finish it because I was just like, this is just not doing anything for me. But if you like it, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna destroy you and ask like, how are you a horror fan if you like that movie? It's so shitty. I can think it's bad, and you can like it, and I'm not gonna attack you for it. Like,
yeah, it's like food as well. That's another great metaphor. Like, if you go to a restaurant that's 5 stars, greatest in the world, and order the best fish you can get, and you eat it, and you're like, the salmon isn't for me, and someone else goes to that same 5-star rrestaurant and buys the same $100 fish that you do, and they're like, this is fucking amazing. You know, it's like, well, bro, I don't like fish. You know, like,
yeah, it's fine.
Oh my god, I love how she gets scared with the
Yes,
screwdriver and she throws it.
Yes, run, Joanne.
And it just, sorry not to switch topics so fast. I always do that though.
Oh no, it's fine. We haven't really even talked about the movie.
Oh, we've done here and there. It inspires conversation.
In moments, and then we stray, but that's fine. That's what these are all about.
I definitely love the Forrest Gump reference there. I thought it was a perfect little like funny spoof.
Mm-hmm. Where's your brace? And she's in
I love this.
Fucking
The
screwdriver.
it's gone.
She's so happy. Oh my god.
Or in a
Heart's
couple of
pounding like
seconds.
a nail.
My heart's pounding like a nail.
She's such a bitch.
I know. It's like, why are you trying to ruin her mood?
Yeah, like.
She's like, my favorite part. And then she gets scared again.
Mm-hmm.
That little face she has.
Huh. Oh my god.
I always wanted to go to their parties.
Right?
It's such a colorful, it feels like a 2008 movie. It really does.
Yes, definitely. Again, I love her little blue outfit she's wearing. It's so
Shake,
cute.
shake, 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 shake it.
Oh, perfect.
I really love Kat and right here.
Yes,
Gorgeous.
her hair. I love what they did with her hair. I think it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah. And the purple, I love her.
Yes, and the dark eyes and like the big lashes.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect.
I want to be all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Would you stand here and let me go for 20 minutes in hopes that we would hook up? And he goes, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've went to a bar and I've let a guy just fucking talk about nothing in hopes that
You're just like, yeah, for sure. Just your mind is definitely not there.
I'm like, yeah, let's go smoke a cigarette. I don't even smoke.
Yeah,
but
let's
go.
just get out of here. You're occupied with that.
I don't
cigarette,
smoke
please.
cigarettes.
I don't smoke cigarettes either. I've maybe smoked 2 my whole life, and I hated it.
Yeah, no. I said that as I like pull up a vape.
No, literally, right here. Yeah, I don't smoke cigarettes.
It's disgusting.
So nasty.
The thing about cigarettes, though, is that when you buy a pack, it's like $15.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody I know that smokes cigarettes smokes them like every 30 minutes. They need a cigarette. And it's like people who have vape pens and stuff are like, I barely, like they'll pull it out like once at lunch and then it'll like go in their pocket. And it's like just the idea of knowing you have something is like.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's like, I feel like I'm always happy at work whenever I know I have one.
Yeah.
And it's like when I don't have one, it's like, damn, I can't even fucking do anything around here, can I?
I used to walk into the, I don't know if we were live whenever I was talking about this, but I used to work at a pizza shop. And I used to go into the walk-in freezer all the time. And I would like ball my fist up and I'd be like, and I would like tear up for like 10 seconds and I'd be like, oh, okay.
Like, oh, get it together. It's okay.
So it's like you can go to the freezer and just be like.
Yes, seriously. I've walked in on someone doing it and I was like.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, right here. The other day, someone was in the bathroom, but he wasn't like using the bathroom because he was like opening it as I was trying to walk in, and there just was like smoke, and I was just like, and he's like, whatever, just do your own thing.
Whatever, dude. I just work here. I'm about to do the same thing, honestly.
I don't care.
I do love this scene where she's like in the little jello.
Uh-huh.
If you pay attention close enough, she slides down that slide really hard and like hits her tailbone, and she goes, "Ah!" And then, like they're on camera, and she like pretends like she's not in pain.
Oh, what's happened? Yeah, she did.
And she goes, ah, and they cut away, and then she gets up and she's like,
Woo, yeah.
but she hits her legs hard.
She's holding her tailbone. It's probably for her swimsuit as well. So the bottoms don't come off, but she was definitely like holding right back.
She was like,
fucking hurts.
ouch, ouch. Oh, I'm gonna pull this up though, so it looks like
I'm gonna pull this up so you don't see my ass.
he's like, I don't know anything about Easter Island or their culture.
We're just here to have a fun time.
Okay, in this movie, of course, it's so easy to say Shelley, and it's totally fine if that's your answer. But like, what character what character are you? Who would you be?
I would probably be either Emma Stone. Yeah, probably Emma Stone. Maybe Kat, but I feel like I'm not as like edgy as she is. I feel like I'm probably like a mix.
You want to get cut, bitch?
Yeah, like I'm not that aggressive, but I'd probably be Emma Stone.
Yeah. I would have to say, I would have to say, I don't know. I don't have like I know they purposely made her look like typically goth at the beginning of the movie. I don't have like that kind of like a persona, but I'm very standoffish. Like how whenever the guy was like, yeah, I like what I see at the bar, and then she just like leans over and bites him. Like,
yes, exactly.
I'm rough like that. I'll fuck anybody up, but I'll only hang out with somebody I like.
Yeah, I feel like definitely. And how she's like, she just literally doesn't care about like the guys, and like she'll be rude to them and stuff. Like that's I feel like I can be like that for sure.
Oh yeah. Emily says Natalie hands down. Emma Stone or Kat Dennings in Male Farm Rule. They're both adorable, so that can work for you. And not that I don't love Kat, but like Emma Stone's got this personality, and people seem to really love her. Like she's just kind of got like that little quirk that's like so perfect. Instead of the mahi mahi, can I please have just the one mahi? Because I'm not that hungry.
Because I'm not that hungry.
You were saying that you do what?
I don't know. What was I saying?
Oh, that's my bad. I talk a lot.
It's okay. It probably wasn't important because I don't remember.
No, it was important. Everything's important.
That's right. Maybe it'll come to me. I'll probably remember like once I get off. I'm like, oh
my gosh. I used to do that all the time. But like when I was working at the pizza shop, I would like go home and I'd go to bed and it'd be like 2 a.m. and out of nowhere I'd just like shoot up out of bed and be like, I forgot their extra sauce.
Yeah, seriously, there's these people, they're for like softball, and they were asking if we could save our pickle juice for them for like pickle pops and stuff. And I was like, okay, I need to make sure I tell the kitchen like when they prep pickles to try to save the juice. Then I went home, and then like 5 hours later I was like, oh my god, the fucking pickle juice. So I was like, oh no. So I just keep thinking about the pickle juice.
And and it's like you feel bad and you're like, oh no, they're gonna think I'm terrible. And it's
literally yesterday I went to my boss because we haven't been saving any because we can get audited and we can't have that for audit. And I went to my boss and I was like, what if they come because they're gonna come Friday? What if we have no pickle juice? And I already told them I would give them pickle juice, and I'm gonna really like I'll feel bad. I can just give them money so they can go buy their own pickles. I was like, I'll do something like, I just feel so bad if they don't get that fucking pickle juice.
I know. And then it's like most of the time they don't even notice. Well, I mean, maybe not in that case, but like.
It's probably something like not that big of a deal.
I would put like 2 marinara sauces instead of 3. And I don't know, maybe they would be upset about that, but I would, I'd wake up and literally be like, what if they needed that 3rd container?
Seriously, it's like I fucking ruined their meal. It's my fault. Maybe they're really
I did leave someone's garlic sticks in my back seat. And like I got a call from my boss, and he was like, this, not, and the other. And I was like, no. And it was like on FaceTime. I had an iPhone, obviously. It was only 2015 or 16. And I like got out of my car. I pulled over and I like showed him the back. I was like, bro, look, there's nothing. Like, I promise you. And I showed him my trunk. I was like, there was nothing. I was like, the kitchen didn't put it in. I promise. I was like, kitchen did not put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would have been in my pizza bag, and it wasn't. I get back to the parking lot of the pizza place. And of course, I showed him my back seat, and I showed him everything. I showed him inside the pizza bag and my trunk, and the breadsticks were nowhere to be found. I had forgotten that the kitchen had sent them late, so I had to run back in after I'd already packaged up the order, and I put it in my passenger seat on the floor. And so I had already gotten let off the hook, and like I found them in my passenger seat, and I went, so I hurry up and like hid them in my car, and I like went in and grabbed another delivery, and I was like, hey there, gotta make this one fast,
Gotta go.
yeah. And I made my last delivery, and then I went home and I ate those breadsticks.
You deserved them, Fuck it.
But I did feel bad. I was like, I blamed the kitchen and everything. I do love the scene, the new soul.
At that scene. Right when I saw him, I would probably just threw up like, oh my god. Not only am I a liar.
But you're
I'm just a thief as well, but it's like, well, they're just breadsticks, who cares? But
oh my god, I know.
I feel like I've done the same thing. I've totally like put the blame on someone else. Oh, happened not that long ago. So someone had ordered like $40 worth of food, all medium combos. But then they're like, oh, they want them large, but they already paid with their card. So when that happens, we have to re-ring them up. They have to pay again, and we'll cancel the other one.
Yeah.
But so much was going on. I had canceled, not the card receipt, but I had canceled the one we just rang up on accident. And then so someone scanned. Oh wait, I canceled the card one, and the other one got canceled. Something like that happened to where a girl was missing $40. And I felt so bad. I was like, I'll fucking pay for it. Like, I don't want her to miss out on $40, You gotta work to make money, not fucking lose $40.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, like, I remember canceling this one. I know I did. And then I was, like, really thinking about it. I was like, holy shit, I canceled the card one instead of the new one. And she was out $40. But they took care of it and stuff. But still, like, I felt so bad. I was like, it's gonna be my fault. This girl who just got like her own apartment, it's gonna be out $40. Like,
I know, but then there's other times that it's like, thank God that the company. Oh shoot! I just accidentally tried to swipe a notification and clicked on it. How do I get back?
I've done that before. Ooh, now we're seeing some lights.
It'll go away when I tap it.
There we go.
Okay. What the hell was happening before that? Oh, these corporations account for so much loss anyway that they're like, even if we lose $10,000 this year, we'll profit $50,000. So they have a little bit of a budgeted net for like when their employees fuck up and stuff, and they have to like compensate for their
mess ups and stuff,
customers and such. And then they just like if they don't go over that, then they like just like use it as bonus or whatever. So I say fuck up all the time. Give people free things. They already account for it.
Honestly though, because I was like, damn, now I'm gonna be out $40, but this girl can't do it because it's like my fault. I was like, fuck, because I think I had just car hopped that day as well, and I don't car hop anymore. I only work inside, but I made tips that day. I was like, damn, I car hopped. And I'm going to take away like a third of my tips today. I was like, fuck. But
I know.
I didn't have to, luckily. But I was just like, damn.
Yes. My grandpa just texted me, and I'm trying to reply on my laptop. But my laptop is like, oh, wow, I was made in 2019, so I'm just not going to work in 2020.
Literally. Thank you. Fucking people.
Okay, so I'm trying to... text my grandpa right now. Can you still see me, or did it go away?
It went away.
Oh, okay.
It's just a black screen.
I'll be back in a second. I just gotta answer him.
No problem. I'll entertain the people.
He says, he's so cute. He says, "You're not going to believe what I'm watching right now." And it's sent with Siri because he doesn't know how to text. Oh, she's doing the sweet balls. And she's got that gum stuck to her head.
Oh, so much gum.
And then it like snaps back at her in a second.
I need to go. Oh, hit her. Everyone else is just like, what the fuck?
Oh, now I really want ice cream. Oh my god, I can totally go to the liquor store and get ice cream. I go to the liquor store for soda and chips and snacks more than I go for liquor.
Just no liquor. Yeah, I don't really I don't drink that often.
Me either, unless like I'm having like White Claw with my boyfriend for like something, but other than that, I don't.
I don't. I just don't like the way I feel the next day, but I do plan on drinking tomorrow, so.
Sweet balls. Any special reason, or just because it's Friday or party? Or
tomorrow is the season finale of The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, and
you've been following it?
Huh?
I said, you've been following it, like.
Yeah, so I had never really watched like the live events of it, just because like I would always fall asleep, or I would watch one movie and I would fall asleep the second one because I would watch it on my phone, you know, when I'm laying in bed and I'm probably high, so like I'm gonna fall asleep. So I would always fall asleep, but I've been like staying up all night watching it, like watching the full, because it's like up to 5 hours, like watching it, like tweeting about it, like doing that every Friday. And so tomorrow's the last one though, so I'm gonna get some alcohol, like a nice dinner to celebrate the last one, go out with the gang.
I do that.
I'm really excited for it. It's like I've been looking forward to it like all week.
Oh yeah, I have. Okay, my shows are Grey's Anatomy, American Horror Story, and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Those are the 3 things I keep up on like religiously. And everyone makes fun of me for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but I only started watching that because I found out Kyle Richards was a part of it and that she was the original Lindsay Wallace in the original Halloween. And I was like, oh, well, I'm interested in that. I want to know about that. And I used to have a roommate for 2 years. Her name's Sydney, and we're still friends. She would watch it all the time in the living room, and I would come out to like make something in the kitchen or whatever and come back to my room, and I would catch like 20 minutes of it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I would sit there and like be like, oh, it's trashy, but whatever. And I'd like sit there and like watch 20 minutes. And I was like, whatever, I'm never gonna fucking watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then one day I just put it on. I was bored. It's on Hulu. And it just felt like fun, and it got really interesting. And then I started caring about it. And then I showed my boyfriend, and he didn't want to. And then he started watching it, and he couldn't stop. And his mom had just had surgery, and she didn't watch it. She was like, no, I'm not going to participate in that trashy show.
Yeah.
And he was like, too bad, you had surgery and you're bedridden. So he's watching it, and she gets hooked. And then she's now watching it. And then she goes to work and starts watching it on her lunch breaks. And then all of her friends start watching it. And then I get my best friend to watch it and my Aunt Shannon. And it's like 4 months ago, I totally couldn't care about it. And it was just some reality show. And like 5 months later, it's like everyone I know watches it because it's so good. And I know it's crazy, but if you don't.
Sometimes it's just good to have something like that. Something, because like, watching like a bunch of horror movies, and then even something like American Horror Story sometimes, or like the show You, I would watch that and I would get so like anxious. It's like sometimes I just need a show to where like I'm not gonna be anxious. It's just I'll be laughing. It's just gonna be fun. Even like I would watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't really care about the Kardashians, but I'm so interested in like what they do. It's like I don't personally care for them, but I'm so interested in their life. I would just watch it. It's like I don't have to think about my own problems. I'll just watch theirs.
It's so true. I literally love it because it feels like it does feel like watching a group of people at first. And then they'll be like having dinner with like the wives and the husbands or all of them. And somebody will say something and they'll be like, what the fuck? And then they'll be like, what did you mean by that? And then this whole argument will break out. And it literally just feels like It feels like you're watching your own friends like have an argument, and you just sit there and then you start shit talking the TV like, don't talk at
Uh-huh.
my friend like that, and it just becomes something you do.
Sorry. Like I was just saying about the audit thing. My boss just texted me saying, "Hey, we got a 99 on our audit." I didn't know that they came.
Oh, a 99 is pretty good. That's
Yeah,
literally like, could you imagine if I was like, it could be better?
it could be better. Sorry, but dude, we've been like for the past because they've been going to like every store around us, and so for the past like week, it's like we could get audited like all year, you know. But because they're trying to hurry up because there's 2 rounds, and this round is literally almost over, so I'm kind of upset that it's almost over, and it's about to start right back up again. But they've been trying to get everyone in, and so they've been going to like every store around us, just not us. So every day we've been like stressing out, like going through everything fucking 5 times, make sure everything's perfect.
When's the machete gonna drop?
What do you mean?
Or like when's the shoe gonna drop?
Oh
Like when's the
yes, like
machete gonna come in?
fucking when's it
You're
gonna
sitting there
happen?
like,
Like come on.
yeah.
But
You're like, what machete? Where?
yeah, I was like, what machete? I don't remember machete. That means tomorrow though, because I work tomorrow. It's not gonna be like I have to hurry up, you know. Like I can walk in and
Yes.
relax.
It's like after you pass the test in class and you know that you're like, we get to fucking watch a movie today, bro.
Exactly. Like nothing matters. Like everything's fine. You don't have to be so fucking stressed out. Yay.
Speaking of not having to be stressed out, poor Oliver, he's probably stressed out for thinking that Shelly moved to the, what'd you say, like the Appalachian Mountains or something?
Yeah. Just
Don't worry, I'm gonna be covering my skin.
don't worry.
She's like, actually, I'm a genius and philanthropic, and you're a bitch. Yeah, what a
Barely
skank.
showing any flesh. Haha.
I'm obsessed with the Housewives of New Jersey. Oh my god, my friends tell me that's the one I have to do next. He told me he can't get into the other ones. Yeah, I can't either.
Did you ever watch? Hold on, what's it, Bad Girls Club?
I've heard of it. What is that?
Oh. So it's like they would just get a group of girls and put them in a house, but
Yes,
they
like
would
Big Brother or something.
fight, something like that. But they weren't trying to date, and I think there was competitions, I guess, to be the baddest. I don't know, but
Yeah.
they would like fight each other. Oh my god, it was so. It's like the same thing. It's so trashy, but it was just so funny. I feel like you could probably find it somewhere.
Yeah,
It
people
was
act
amazing.
like reality TV show is trashy, but let's get this straight, okay? Humans are trashy. We
Yes.
all, even if you're fucking rich and successful and satisfied and whatever, we all, if you piss us off enough, like that's what a Karen is. Like that's what, like we all have that part of us that's like, if you piss us off, we'll.
Mhm. Not
So
bad.
it's fun to like watch other people on reality, like especially like game shows. You ever watch Survivor? Bro, they argue
Dude, my
like
boyfriend
bitches.
is obsessed with that show. He has gone through like almost every season. He's just been binging it nonstop. I think he might even be finished with it. Because, like, when he starts a show, he will just sit there and watch all of it. I'm not like that. I can't do it because I start to get like tired of it unless it's Bob's Burgers or That 70 Show. I can just watch that religiously. But anything else, like, I can't. Especially with something new. I have to take breaks. But he's been watching like every fucking season of Survivor. He'll ask me, he's like, who's going to go home? Jade or Cindy? I'm like,
He's like,
Cindy,
I don't know.
I don't know these people. Oh
But
my
I
gosh.
do that to my boyfriend too. I'll be like, I can't believe that bitch was just walking around up on this island acting like she didn't know nothing and going to these people saying some other shit. And then now she's surprised that she got voted off. I'm like, and he's just sitting there like, he doesn't know what's going on. He thinks the
That's
challenges
me.
are fun, but he can't follow the drama because he only sees an episode or two.
Yeah. I just know what my boyfriend just tells me. And I'm just like, okay, yes, this one guy. Yeah.
And they're kissing so awkwardly.
Yeah.
I love whenever he's like, oh, your hair. And she's like, I can change it back.
I can do it back. Oh.
Oh, I always honestly looked up to this. I know we kind of have been like not talking about the movie too much,
Mhm.
but I really have looked up to this movie so much, and it's that fun, just all of these characteristics. You know, everything we talked about too kind of like stemmed from breaking away from things that this is reminding us of, you know, the
Mhm.
things we were going through at the time of loving this movie and such. But it's just such a fun, like, well, I love to call it a girl movie, but like it's a fun, like, you know, like girl power movie.
Exactly. Yes. Because you just have them all kind of being like towards like Shelly, but then they grow to love her, and she really does help them. And it's just like that part is like I was just thinking Shelly.
Yeah.
It's like that right there. That's so cute because she had such a great impact on their lives for like such a short amount of time. She really helped them and helped their confidence and helped them like grow as people and not be so like scared just to be more out there. That's kind of
Hmm.
how I feel with like all this stuff and like joining Killer Flicks and stuff like that. Like I was always like kind of like preserved and like, you know, that joining everything, it's really opened me up as a person. It's really helped me as a person.
You're like Lily.
Literally.
They're
Oh,
like, oh my God, you're British.
oh my
um,
God.
but she's all shy and stuff. No, I definitely remember whenever you were like first posting into Killer Flicks, and I remember like seeing your stuff, and I even remember like whenever Chris was like having you like just being like featured on his channel like every once in a while, and then like
Mm-hmm.
I remember him like asking for you to, I don't know, there is this whole growth that you've done. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, it's about how even though it was a short a period of time, it's like how she loved them. It's the amount of quality and the amount of feelings and the amount of love and effort you put into a person that matters, not the amount of
Mm-hmm.
time. You can sit
Mm-hmm.
there with 10 years for someone, and if they make you feel like shit, well then great, you just wasted 10 years, you know. But like you can
Exactly.
spend 4 months with someone that could put so much effort into your emotional health that you could know all about them in those four
Mm-hmm.
months that you wouldn't have known. Because it's if you spend 10 years with someone, that's fine, but if you don't go through things that help you figure out who they are, then you just sit there for 10 years with the same little bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
And she helped them, like you said, grow and be herself. But my heart broke whenever they yelled at her and she, was doing
Yeah.
a photo shoot.
Because it's like she
Love the
didn't
song.
tell y'all to be like this. Like she didn't tell y'all like y'all have to be judgmental. Y'all did that on
Never,
y'all's
not once.
own.
Oh my
She's
God.
never once been like that. Like y'all did that. And I think it's because, in this like you go from not having any sort of attention, anything at all, to all of a sudden you're hot shit. You're like the thing, like the new talk. And then I feel like that gets to your head and then you forget where you come from and like your actual like motives and like goals and everything like that, because I feel like you get so caught up in everything going on with you that you forget like you still have to be a good person. You could
Yeah.
be the hot shit, but you still have to be nice, because that's what really matters, is who you are as a person, not just your looks.
And that's something that Shelly like does she's like, oh my God, what bird? Um, right there, that exact
Oh.
moment is that you're exactly right. Whatever she says, or whatever you said about she was helping them do all of these things. Never once did she change her personality at all, and never once did she tell them to act like whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever they came at her and they're like, we're like you now, we're like you now, it's like, actually, you're not at all. Because if you knew
No.
her personality, if you even paid attention to it for a second, you would know that her genuine kind-heartedness is what is her magical ability. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think is what her magic is, or her gift is, or her ability to manipulate people, or energy, is that it's like she's just so kind that it's like, of course
Mm-hmm.
she has everything, because why would she not? So
Yeah,
when
like,
you guys get all this popularity, she never
you
said be an
can't.
asshole.
Exactly, because she's not an asshole. Like I said earlier, there's people making fun of her to her face, and she's like, no, like, I know what you're doing, but, like, I'm not gonna stoop down to that level. Like, I'm still gonna stay true to who I am, and that's ultimately just a good, kind-hearted person.
Exactly. What does she say? She's like, hey, I'm the Zeta girl's house mother, and I don't like what you're saying, or whatever. It is.
It's so nice.
Because, yeah, I don't even know. They were even that way to her before they got pretty.
Mhm.
They were like, you're so stupid and vapid, and you think your heart is in your head, and it's like, technically that behavior's on them. And then she just,
Yeah,
that
like,
was
you
already
already
stuff.
went into that mindset of her, like, that connotation, like, oh, this is just a dumb blonde. Yeah, she's not the most aware, but she's still, like, she knows what she's doing. She has a good head on her shoulders, and it's like, all she did was help. They were the ones that decided to be judgmental. It's like, because
And
she's
pick the
not
girls,
judging.
yeah.
Like,
Ever.
I love her.
I'm
I
a liver for erythromycin.
You just did. Oh, she's amazing.
I'm not, yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to say ass on TV. And it's like, she's not even on TV.
No, you just did, but I said it quietly, I think.
Yeah.
That,
But I said it
okay.
kind of quietly, I think. Michelle. Yes.
Oh, I fucking love that.
That's specifically great because they haven't talked about that joke or haven't made a reference to it in almost like 40 something minutes.
Yeah.
And as soon as she meets someone new, she's like, oh, hi, Michelle.
And I fucking love everyone's reaction to it.
Oh my gosh. And that one bitch is like, I can't believe you're all buying this.
Yeah, like, why are you so rude? What the hell is your problem?
I just
That's a meteor.
yeah. No, I mean
She's not dumb. Exactly.
oh. Emma Stone is so cute when she's younger.
Right? Oh, this like era of her is just fucking amazing.
I can't believe she has a baby. I was literally okay,
She has a
so
baby?
okay, I'm glad you reacted that way because when Cruella was coming out, it came out like May 28th, and the premiere was like a week before that. And I remember my boyfriend Oliver leaning over to me being like, showing me this article, and the tagline says, Emma Stone looks flawless after marriage and birth on her like red carpet debut of Cruella. And I was like, flawless after marriage and birth? When did she get married? When did she have a baby? I was like, I thought she was still 17.
Right? It's like, that's where, in my head, that's what she'll always be. Because, like, that's what I've always known her as. Damn, a kid?
Yes, a baby. She has a baby. Emma Roberts has a baby.
Yeah,
Billy
I
Lord
knew
has a
about
baby.
that.
Leah Michelle has a baby. Who else, bro? All these celebrity girls have babies now. Like,
Oh my god.
Nicki Minaj has a baby.
Uh-huh. JWoww
Well,
has a baby.
the true Cardi B done been had a baby.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
That really is crazy. I had fucking no idea.
Oh my god, speaking of babies, here's comes one.
Yes.
We need one more. Pound that gavel.
No. Oh, and he really wants them to win.
He's in some other things too, and he's funny. And what is he?
I was trying to remember.
I feel like he's in the Scary Movie movies, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just mistaking him from the guy from part 2.
Yeah, I don't
He
think that's
considered
him.
it too. He was like,
Is he-
not the baby. Has to go to school here.
No. Pound that Gabaldine. No.
I would accidentally on purpose abuse the fuck out of that house mother.
Yeah, I'd be like,
I'd be like, oh, did you fall down the stairs? I'm so
"Aw."
sorry that I didn't try to stop that.
I'm so sorry. I saw it happening, but I just watched. Oof, that's on me. Finally. Fuck this
I want to be a
girl.
Zeta.
Boom, bitch.
And honestly, they're all just mad that Shelly's fucking gorgeous, like inside and out.
Exactly. Big fucking exactly. Same thing with fucking Megan Fox. Like,
You mean Jennifer?
Jennifer Fox, that's her name. Like, why are you so mad because she's so pretty? Like,
People used to get so, you know why? It's little, I was going to say little dick syndrome, but I started back little, but anyway.
little something.
It's because people used to be so insecure about their own sexuality that they didn't even like know how to handle somebody that was like that liberated. They didn't even know that was, it could be like they were literally just like, her existence is dirty and gross. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, your thoughts are dirty and gross. She's just like a beautiful human being. She has a liver and intestines and a stomach and lungs and a heart that's covered up with skin. You're just being weird.
You're exactly like, she's not doing anything. Like, she just looks like that. Like, why does that bother you so much? Like, who cares if she's pretty? Let her fucking be pretty because she's going to be pretty.
Exactly. Okay, look, everybody's talking about this too. Emma Stone had a baby. Thank you.
I know,
didn't
I'm
know Emma
literally
Stone
gonna
had a
look this
kid.
up.
No one did. Thank you, ma'am.
No
I
one
don't even
did.
know. She doesn't have social media. That's why.
She doesn't. Ooh.
To me, Emma will always be Olive from Easy A. Oh my god, I know, right? I can do her voice sometimes whenever she's like I got too nervous and she's like, no, I didn't. No, like when she's like being accused of having sex and she's like, no. Oh my god. No. I gotta fucking get she's great, yeah. I love the mom in that movie. She's like, I had a similar situation whenever I was younger. People said awful things about me. And she was like, oh, whatever. And she's like, no, because I was a slut.
Exactly.
She's like, I could put my legs so far behind my head.
So
She's
far
like,
back.
Mom!
Oh my god.
Or where she's like, oh yeah, keep shaking it. You take that out there to dad.
Seen that movie. I haven't seen that in like
God,
10
what do you think? I have
years.
a gnome down there? Like,
Oh yeah. It's just it's like it smells like weird. It's like ew, 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 ew. It's like don't. It's
like, isn't it supposed to smell? And she's like,
It's like,
I don't know.
You don't comment on it.
Yes.
It's so good. It's like it doesn't smell that weird. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Fucking amazing.
She's the best. My favorite part of that, I think, like my honest to God favorite, is whenever he's like, are you okay? You look like you're crying. And she's like, no, I just have something in my eye, like a twig or a branch.
Or a branch. What? Oh my god. Fucking Amanda Bynes in that too is fucking great.
There's a higher power that you're going to have to pray to.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Should the baby have counted as a pledge? Thoughts? It fucking lived in that house, didn't it?
Like, it fucking lived there longer than, I mean, fuck. Probably most people, so why not? And I'm sure it's gonna have to stay living there, so yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oliver says we have magic because we see things like fireworks. And if we didn't, we'd see things like pencils and empty ketchup bottles or something.
Oh
my god, that's the best.
Life.
It ended the best way, just like it does with that one girl, Destiny. What's her name?
Jennifer Fox?
No, Cinderella. You were supposed to.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was
So
like,
we'll do it again. And it ended perfectly, just like it did with, what's her name?
Oh, fuck. I'm trying to swallow. Hold on. I got nervous.
See, I got nervous earlier too when
I
I
know.
tried
I
to.
got put on the spot.
Cinderella.
Oh, my God. It's like that one night I was on with Chris and Chad. And so I had seen this thing on TikTok. And it's like, if someone's ever fucking with you, make parrot, like, dinosaur noises at them. Because then they'll probably leave you alone because that's fucking weird, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was doing it at work. Let me see if I can do it now. Hold on. Hold on. You gotta try yours.
All right. I just was mimicking what you just did. Well, you gotta do the little, you gotta do little hands.
Yeah.
I just watched Jurassic World yesterday.
I have not seen any of those movies.
The
Or it's
Jurassic
kind of
World
like
or any of the Jurassic Parks, like
any
in
of them.
general?
Like any. I know. I have the first one. No,
That's
I have the first one on Blu-ray, and then I have the first 3, I want to say, on VHS.
See, I still like the third one, even though it's kind of like the weakest of the 3. But number 1 and number 4, I think, are definitely the best because the first one is the idea about, it's like a zoo, but for dinosaurs. And it's like, what would it take to get that off the ground, to make that a real amusement park? And so they bring like 5 people in on like a test run, and it goes to shit. And then the fourth one is called Jurassic World. It was supposed to be like a reboot, so it can kind of be like a sequel to the first one. And it's been like an amusement park and up and running for like 10 years. And they like create like the biggest dinosaur they ever had because they want to bring in more attention, and that breaks out and it goes to shit.
And it goes to shit. Sorry, my cat was just...
All right, did you want to keep making the noises?
It's like, I swear, I can always do it like whenever it's like early and bright, but once it gets towards the end of the night, I struggle to do it. But hold on. Because it's kind of like also what Jeepers Creepers does in the first Jeepers Creepers at the end when he opened his face, you know?
Yes,
like,
and it's like
screechy.
a rattling thing. It's like,
yes.
yes. What the fuck
God.
is up with the fucking Jeepers Creepers 4? Is that happening? Is that still a thing? Do people even like that
I think it's
franchise anymore?
I don't know if it's this year or next year.
I'm excited for the Chucky TV series. That's what I want. That's what I've been dying and living for. And no one is talking about it on the internet, even though I follow so many people that have kind of made updates. I follow Dawn and Fiona and Brad and Jennifer on Instagram, and all of them have been posting so many different things. Jennifer Tilly posted like 9 different stories yesterday of like what her character looked like, and I'm like, that's our first look at her. Like we haven't
finally
seen anything. And like it's been like a day and a half, and like no one has done an update on it. No one has like done anything about it. And I'm like, is nobody freaking out about this? Like,
I know. I cannot wait. I keep sharing like their stories like on my story. Like anytime they post pictures and stuff, I'll like share it to my story. Like I'm so excited.
Me too.
That's why I was really so mad about the Child's Play remake. Because I feel, or like reboot, whatever. I feel like you only do that when the franchise is dead. But the franchise wasn't dead. Like, we saw the story to continue. And so I was so, like, why are we getting this when we're not...
You know, when I saw that in the theaters, I really, really loved it. And it was like my second or third favorite for a while. And then I rewatched the Child's Play series like a year ago. For like Halloween, because it came out in 2019, right?
Yeah.
So then I had like rewatched them in 2020, and Child's Play was one of like the first horror movies I'd ever seen, like along with Scream. So I couldn't even finish it when I was younger. Like, it was like this forbidden movie that caused me too much. It would make me retch. I used to have nightmares that Chucky would like be under my bed or like under my things, and so I've really just, I don't know, loved it growing up. And I remember Bride of Chucky being badass, and I remember Seed of Chucky being like the first one I got to rent from a video store, and I don't know. And then like that was 2006, and then Curse of Chucky came out in 2013, so there was that whole gap. And when Curse came out, it was darker. I really like Curse and Cult, and I like
do too.
how I actually just rewatched Cult the other day. The last like 15 minutes go so hard, and it gets me so excited for the TV series. I have no idea what to do. So now that I've just like thrown up and talked about all of my things for like the last however many minutes, what's kind of like your history with the Child's Play series? Like,
I want to say, because I've been watching like horror movies since I was like 3, 4. So it's like I can't necessarily remember what I watched, but I can remember, because I've asked my aunt too before, like what was I like watching? And she said we would always watch Child's Play because I guess it would come on TV. So we'd be watching Child's Play as my aunt and her friend are like hitting the bong, and I would be telling them to pass it, and I was like 3 years old, and then I would call them a bitch if they didn't share with me, and they would just let me. But so I grew up watching the whole franchise, really, and I love Bride of Chucky. I feel like Bride of Chucky is one of those movies that really embodies what I love. And the second one, the third one, I love them. Yes. I was listening to that song today, and I was like in a good mood at work, like dancing around. They're like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm just listening."
You're like, "What's right with me?
What's right with me? I'm fucking dancing. What's up?"
I'm Jennifer Tilly right now.
Exactly. I always, because okay, I'm naturally blonde, and so as a kid watching this, you know, I always wanted to have like a little black, like little mole to be like Jennifer Tilly, or to be like Tiffany, like whatever. Like I wanted to be her so fucking bad. I was obsessed.
I always loved going to Hot Topic and seeing the dolls there. I still loved seeing them, even though they didn't look as high quality as like obviously the movies. But it's cool. I've always had a thing too. I have my ranking here actually. And I just redid it after watching the franchise over again. So the Child's Play remake was like my third favorite, and it dropped a little bit, not because I love it any less. I still really do. I think it's amazing, and it's because I'm reading these comments by Emily and Chris that I'll talk about in a second. But like, as I rewatched the series again, I went, it's not that I don't love that one any less, but I realized how much more I am in love with Brad Dourif as Chucky.
Yes.
So my ranking would be, should I start by saying my favorite first or my least favorite first?
Least favorite.
Okay. And I still really like this one a lot more than what other people do. But my least favorite is Child's Play 3.
I knew it. I don't know why. I was just getting this feeling that's what it was.
Well, there's still a lot of good aspects of it. And I love, there's times when I really love the military scenes. There's so many good scenes. And then there's other times where I'm like, well, this particular military scene's kind of boring. And Chucky is really great in that one too. I was also kind of just sad that there wasn't like that Andy wasn't. That's not the point. It was still great. I just really, really love how the other ones work. Okay. So then, so there's 8 of them. Okay. So least favorite is 3, and then there's Child's Play the original, and that's just because it's the one I've seen the least. And I feel like it really, really is trying to find its footing. I love how like you see him in the store at the beginning. But I feel like even though I love that slow pace, I feel like they do it better in one of the other movies. Okay, so 8, 7, and 6th place I have the remake. I love the idea of Andy being older. I love the robot. I loved Aubrey Plaza, and I liked that it was darker and really much more of a horror movie. And the whole AI thing was cool, but it was an AI thing. It wasn't like to me. It still wasn't a slasher movie just because Chucky was a doll and had a knife. Doesn't I don't know. It's there for me. I still love it, but it didn't feel like the Chucky movies. So then, in 5th place, I have Seed of Chucky, which I didn't think that I liked as much as I did until I rewatched it and I realized, first of all, I live in Hollywood and I love behind the scenes shit. Second of all, I'm in love with Jennifer Tilly and I really love that concept and I really love meta stuff. And I think that it's more of a comedy than it is a horror film. And people just, it is a little gross in some parts, but that's kind of the point. But it was the first one directed by Don Mancini, and at this point, it had the biggest budget, and the dolls look the nicest they'd ever been. They're the highest quality dolls. So for that aspect of it, I really appreciate. Then in 4th place, I have Curse of Chucky. I love the whole reboot. I love Nika. I love the house. I love how intense it is, and I love how scary it is. And then in 3rd, I have Cult. Because I want it to be my 2nd, but I like the other one so much. Cult was a great sequel. It was so amped up. It was so gory. It was like a perfect evolution of the house thing where not one Chucky movie is like the same. Like they each have a little bit of a flavor. And I like that because like, why would I want this? Otherwise, I would just watch Child's Play 1 over and over and over again if I wanted that. So I liked the insane asylum part of this. I felt like they were like saying, I'm not crazy. And they really weren't. And that gives me such anxiety. The kills were the most grotesque they'd ever been. It was Jennifer Tilly's return to the franchise, and I absolutely loved that. It was Andy's return to the franchise, besides Curse at that little snippet at the end. And also at the snippet at the end of this one, Kyle from part 2 comes back.
Yes.
And then my 2nd place is Child's Play 2 because of how badass the factory scene is, the basement, the adoption, the driving around, Kyle being the sister, the whole history because of no one believing him the first time, and just the history that you put into the work made the 2nd one's payoff so intense. And he's funny, and it's just they really had their footing. And then my favorite is Bride of Chucky because it was the first one I ever saw, and honestly, I will never ever forget how I used to cry at night until I would fall asleep because of how bad the stitches used to scare me and how badass I thought Tiffany was, and just all of it. It's my perfect iteration. Katherine Heigl is fun. That's not my favorite part of the movie. Their storyline is a little iffy for me, but I just have so much fun watching the dolls play and take center. It was the first one where they take center, so that's how it works for me. And I again am now insecure and feel like I talked a bunch, so I need you to recompensate by talking just as long as I did with your ranking.
Okay, I got it. Okay, this is like kind of off the cusp. I'm gonna just try to do it how I guess I would do it. Okay.
Here, do you need to see them? Like.
Okay, yeah, kind of. Cause like, fuck, I'm probably gonna forget something. Okay, last place, I would honestly probably have to choose the remake. I think I also went in with a really bad attitude. I went in already thinking like I'm not gonna like this. So I feel like it's probably not the fairest rating, but I was pretty mad about it, so that's probably where it is. The next I would probably go 3. Because I don't really like the guy that plays Andy in that one. Something about him, I don't buy into it. I don't really care as much for him, even though he's supposed to be the same character.
Andy was so cute.
I know, and then you have this guy, I'm just like, and the military setting, it's fine. I do think that sometimes it's a little boring. It still does have some great moments, though, like, overall. But it's just like, meh, it's just kind of there. Next, I would probably have to go with maybe Seed. Yeah, I'm going to say Seed. Even though growing up, Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, those were the ones I would watch constantly. I know it gets a lot of shit, but I think it's fun. I've always just kind of loved it. Like, It's kind of like, it reminds me of something like Scream 3. Like, it's kind of on that same level.
It's so great.
Hollywood setting. It's meta. It's more kind of funny than it is like a horror movie, but I love that about it. And
yeah, it's like the Scream Queens thing. It's like, it's not everybody's thing, but it really worked for me, whatever.
But it's just so fun, and I loved it growing up. I'd always watch it. And then next I would probably have to go Curse of Chucky. Just because that's probably the one I've honestly seen besides the remake, because I've only seen it once. That's probably the one I've seen the least, but I love the house setting. I love that we're reintroduced, and I love the scene where he's looks normal the entire time, but then they peel back and he has the stitches still. Like, that was such a great reveal, and I
forgot about that.
It's so good, because I was like,
it lets you know that it ties in and it's not a reboot.
And it's like, oh, we're still in the same world, and then it still ties in all to like the first one and before the first one, and I love that. And then I would probably go Cult of Chucky, because I'm trying to make sure I'm doing it in the right order. I think I would go Cult, because there's something about the way this movie looks. It's so like pristine, and obviously it's because you're in like an asylum, everything's white, but there's something about it that I think works so well with a Chucky doll. I think it just gives off this certain feeling, and especially the scene with the glass falling, that is such a beautiful like scene. And I like how that's
the one tear.
Yes, it's so good, and it's kind of like a callback to Bride of Chucky with the mirror above when Tiffany throws
the waterbed.
Yes, it's like that, and I love like all the little end credits. I think it's great, and then especially like you're saying, the very end. And I love whenever, like Chucky gains control of her body and the way she like stands up and the way they drive off together. I was here for it. I loved it. Next, I would have to go 2, because I like how you don't have to like, is this obviously, in the first one, I think you're supposed to believe that Andy could be the one doing all of it, maybe. But
because they do a lot of POV shots.
Yes, and so you're not seeing exactly, but just growing up, I've always known who like Chucky is, so I never even questioned like, oh, it might be the kid. But like this, you don't even have to worry about any of that, because you just get right into it. There's no sort of build up and like questioning. It's just straight to it. So there's like a more action, and it's more like jam packed with stuff. And Kyle is amazing. I love the factory scene, the kill with the eyeballs being put into that guy's head. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
I love that. Second, I would go the original, because I really do love like the mystery part, and I love
the voodoo scene where he talks to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
that's when you finally realize like, okay, this is for sure this doll, like it's not Andy. And I love that when he's like talking to him, and he fucking breaks the voodoo doll and it's like fucking him up. And I love the ending
of that movie is what haunted me the most.
And the fucking, you fucking whore, he's just going off.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut, I'll teach you to fuck with me.
You want to fuck with me? It's so good. And then my favorite, Bride of Chucky. Like I said, this movie embodies, I feel like, my personality, my love of girly, but also horror. I feel like it's something like Bride of Chucky and like Jennifer's Body, like they incorporate pink and like purple, but the black too. There's something about that look that I love so much. And then Jennifer Tilly, love her. I think I love Tiffany more than I love Chucky, just because there's something about Tiffany, and
she's like bad,
but you feel bad for her. Like you're sympathetic, because all she wants is love, and she just loves him so much. And it's
my favorite part about her in all of them. I love that Dawn has like kept that writing true. Is that she'll literally be like, you know, my mother always said, and if she'll go off on something and she's like, yeah, my mother was kind of a philosopher, you know, or whatever. And he's like, God, enough about your mother. God, I killed that bitch 20 years ago.
Yeah,
And you won't
and
shut
that's
up
about
about
your
it.
mother. Oh, but it's amazing.
I like her trailer and like when she's in the bathtub.
Dude, yes, because like as someone who's grown up in trailers, I'm like, damn, mine's never looked as cool. Like her trailer is like, damn, like a nice trailer, like fuck yeah, I'm here for it. But I've never grown up in those kind of trailers, so nothing with like a fucking candles on the floor and we're
I know, right?
Yeah, I was like, damn. But in the purple, like all in her house, like I kind of want to watch Bride of Chucky now. We're just talking about it.
Oh my God, you should totally do it. Just like put it on to go to bed so that you can wake up for work tomorrow. Just like
Exactly.
happy.
Like I'm refreshed. That's probably what I was going to bed. I fell asleep last night watching The Collection. I was just like,
I need to finish that. That's the one where it starts off in the nightclub and the thing goes
yes.
like.
Yes.
I started watching that when it first came out, and I had a very traumatic life. My mom did something and I had to leave. And I never got to finish it, and it was always hard for me to go back because it brings up that memory.
Uh-huh.
But I've done enough childhood therapy work that I really want to go back because I remember this one shot of her being like in a trunk and something about a spider being on her face. And like that's it. I don't know anything else. And so I want to get to it.
I definitely recommend because I absolutely love just the whole ending part of the movie. It's just like, wow, amazing. I definitely
so there's the collector, the collection, and then weren't they going to make the collected and they stopped in the middle of filming or something?
Yes, they did.
That is what upsets me all of the time, and it's like my biggest fear. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on my channel or not, but like I had a significant role in Glow season 4, and we shot for so long, and I had so many lines, and it's not that they just cut me out; they canceled the whole season 4. It will never happen. I have scripts that don't exist anymore. I have paychecks for days that are never going to be seen. I got fitted for outfits that got thrown away. Like, so I'm always like nervous. Like even now that the Chucky series is like, you know, even when Scream 5 got announced by Spyglass Media before any of the people signed on, even when they did, I was like, I don't believe it until I can buy it on DVD.
Exactly. I'll see it when I believe it. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just
things they
don't want to get your hopes up.
They'll do you not dirty, like it's not on purpose, but like it is sometimes it's a money thing. Like they'll just throw a whole fucking project away. Exactly. I've lost a lot of jobs, honestly, because they'll film a pilot, which is the first episode, and that's what they do in Hollywood. I don't know if this is like common information or not, but they film a pilot for like 100 TV shows in pilot season, which is usually like right now, like at the beginning of summer, springtime, or whatever. They'll film the first episode to like 100 things, and they'll sell that around, and whoever likes it will buy it. And usually only like 20 shows will get bought. Yeah. And then they'll spend the summer filming, and then they'll premiere in the fall. And it's like, I never get jobs in those 20 that work. I always get the 80 that get discarded.
That's like, I listen to, it's a podcast called The Movie Crypt. And so it's Adam Green, like the guy who did like Hatchet and like the Frozen movie. And then Joe Lynch, it's their podcast together. And, you know, he did like Mayhem and Wrong Turn 2. But they'll have like guests on, just like people throughout the movie industry, like all kinds of stuff like that. And they had Murr from Impractical Jokers. He was on one of their podcast episodes, and they were talking about that because I think he was also talking about like producing or like being a part of like TV pilots. And like you're saying, so many are out there, but only so few get chosen. It's kind of like the same thing. Adam Green's like, I feel like when he does work for stuff, it like never gets picked up.
Yeah.
It's just like, What the
They
fuck?
even said that about fuck, I love her. She's Hilary Duff. Lizzie McGuire. A couple of months ago, the Lizzie McGuire thing was supposed to come out on like Disney Plus or something, and they said that it came out that the series was canceled, and Hilary Duff gave an interview and she said, we had filmed the first 2 episodes and it didn't feel real. It didn't feel like a natural evolution. It felt like a Disney show that was very, you know, PG and meant for children and not true to who Hillary was at all, or Lizzie was at all, or what, you know, it wasn't real adult problems. Like, it wasn't related. She's like, I didn't like it. So then they had a disagreement and she doesn't want to do it anymore. So they just pulled it. Like, instead of negotiating a contract for it to come out on like Hulu or something, or like Paramount, like how the new iCarly did. Like, the new iCarly is like, people are like, bitch, and I'm naked, and get the fuck out of here, and I'm gonna have a mimosa, you know?
And I love that because that's like,
because they were
we're
12 when
old,
iCarly was 2012, and she's fucking 28 now, you know?
She's
Like,
not going to be having the same stupid issues as she did.
push-up bras, you know?
Yeah, like that's why I was like, fuck yes. Like, I was kind of worried at first. So I was like, what are they going to be doing with this? But then as soon as I saw the trailer and I heard Spencer cuss and he was drinking, I was like losing my shit. I was like, oh my God. Because people have said like, oh, it's going to be, you know, more towards like us. Like, it's going to be more adult. And I was like, oh, like, I hope so, but we'll see. As soon as he cussed, I was like, fuck yeah, it's happening. Like, I'm so happy.
Small confession, I binged all 3 of the newest iCarly series episodes on Paramount before this live stream.
Amazing.
I loved it. I literally, okay, so I'm 23. And 10 years ago is when, 10 years ago, I was 13, and that's when iCarly ended. And it ran for 5 seasons. So it began when I was like 8 or 9, and YouTube, you could barely do anything on YouTube except look up the news and maybe a celebrity's music video. Like, they didn't even have ads back then. Like, no one knew. I still had AOL Music more than I used YouTube. And like, it was unheard of for there to be a web show. And now that there's like fucking Logan Paul and Lele Pons and all of those awful, disgusting people who don't need to be alive. Like, so it really felt targeted for me. Like, all of the jokes, she's like sitting on the couch and like curled up like in a blanket, and she's like talking about Law and Order, and like she's talking about like rape and murder, and she's like, and this, or she's like, and these are their stories, and she like quotes the beginning of Law and Order, and it's like, oh my God, that's such like a 20-year-old thing to do, is like be depressed and binge 10 episodes of Law and Order in a row. So it felt very much like someone who's 23 thing. Yeah,
I'm so happy that it's that direction. Like, I haven't watched it yet, but it just makes me happy knowing like that's where they took it. I'm so glad it's not like the same, because like I love iCarly, but like you said, like we're all older now. Like, it's not.
And it was so fun growing up.
I love it. Anytime like I'm really upset, I'll watch like either like That 70s Show, Bob's Burgers, but iCarly and Victorious, those like they just make me so happy.
Mine, I would say I have 4 of them. I think my first one is Zoe 101.
Love it.
My second is I don't know, probably Victorious or iCarly. So Victorious, and then iCarly, and then Sam and Cat.
Yeah, Sam and Cat was good too.
Zoe 101 though is like my.
I loved Zoe 101. I remember when Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant, and I was just like, no! I was so upset.
Here's what I don't understand. Now that they've done the iCarly reboot as well as they have, like, sure, they've done things like Fuller House before.
Yeah.
But really, it's the most relevant thing, and it's kind of the most accurate that really feels normally aged. They need to bring back Zoe 101 and make them all like teachers at PCA or something, and I don't want a new group of students. I want the same cast, but as teachers now, doing stupid shit as teachers.
And I feel like they were. I remember there was talks of doing Zoe 101, and I got so excited, and then I looked, and it was like TikTok celebrities, like
yeah, all
that.
they did was recreate the theme song. They
like,
did a music video.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want that. Like, I want my Zoe 101 back, motherfucker. Like,
I don't want TikTokers remaking the theme song. I want the show.
I want the freaking show. Give me the fucking time capsule, motherfucker. Like, let me see what's going on.
Oh my god. The time capsule. That was iconic back then.
Yes. A big moment.
Chris said...
Drake and Josh. I was about to mention Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh had I thought they had so many episodes when I was younger, and I have Paramount Plus now, and I'm looking at them, and there's only like 10 episodes a season, and there's only 4 seasons. And that's crazy.
I didn't realize they had some on Hulu, but from the first season, they literally have 1 episode from the first season. I was like, just like the very first episode, I was like, what the fuck? And then they have like season 2 and some of season 3, but it's not all of it. But it's probably because it was constantly like on reruns, not even paying attention, like to, like that's whenever I would watch it, it would just be on like Teen Nick or something, just replay. I love Drake and Josh.
Me too. One of my favorite moments of theirs actually was from the Drake and Josh Go Hollywood movie.
I'm trying to remember, did I watch that?
Megan is supposed to go to Denver or something to visit her aunt, and she accidentally gets on a plane to Hollywood.
I think so.
And they have to go rescue her, and they figure out that like these people are they accidentally end up in the wrong place, the wrong time, and figure out that these people are counterfeiting money. And then they have to like because I don't know, it's this whole thing. It was good. I liked it. Anyway, there. Oh, whoa. She says, yeah, the Dan Schneider news is so heartbreaking. Oh, I don't know about it, but I'm assuming that it's probably not good or true because he looks fucking creepy.
Oh yeah, like just stuff like, cause like Jeanette McCurdy, cause you know obviously she's not back on iCarly and stuff.
Yeah, she doesn't like acting.
No, and I think he really, besides, because she had stuff going on with her mom, like her mom was really sick, but like she still had to do the show, and like that's all he cared about. But you know, he was weird. He definitely sexualized him, but like he has a foot thing. Like there's a lot of stuff about feet. If you look at like throughout the TV shows, you'll notice like, oh yeah, like the episode when they have their feet in the camera and like wiggling their toes, remember, because they're like drawn on iCarly.
Yes, or
there's that whole episode Victorious when the fish with the feet and everyone they get sick from it. There's like a lot of feet stuff. He is
they make them floss Gibby's toes.
Yeah, or the foot that would be on the screen, remember, and it was like a talking foot.
Yes,
stuff like that. Like he was definitely a creep, very creepy.
Oh, God, child grooming and abuse. Oh, my God, yes. You're right. Yes. I think I do remember the girl who was in Zoe 101 who played Nicole was harassed by Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney Spears, and Dan Schneider.
Jeez.
Because something about like, well, we're the Spears sisters and everything that we does matters. And if we don't say you're in, then you're not in. And so like, they're kind of like mean girling her on the set.
Yeah.
And she tried to like tell somebody about it. And like the representatives were like, you're a 13-year-old little girl. You're going to do whatever we want you to do. And then like, it got really bad from there.
That's sad. What the hell? Well, I don't blame them then for not fucking. It's like why doing stuff like that?
Here's my thing. Our entire system, and I don't mean this America, I mean fucking planet Earth. planet Earth is set up to deplete human beings of things. It's not set up to help us in any way. I don't know if you guys know that at all. Or was it Quinn? No, it was Nicole. She left the show.
Yeah, because she left, and is that when
That's when they brought in
Victoria Justice? Is that when she comes in?
no, they brought in Victoria Justice in the second season to replace a girl who was like assaulting people on the set.
Oh shit.
And then Nicole left after the second season because things kept happening and it was not being handled very well, and she was like, I have to go.
Damn. It sucks when you know the real reasons they leave. It's like, oh shit.
I know, because I was watching the show again, and she was like, what happened to Nicole? Why isn't she here this semester? And they were like, she has a disorder where she went boy crazy. And so she's in rehab and in therapy right now, getting the help that she needs. And if ever she comes back to PCA, that'll be great. But it looks like she's going to be there for a while. And it's like, that's so rude.
Like, you're just still fucking dissing her. Even on the show, the actual show, you're still just trying to make her seem like the bad one.
That's petty. And, you know, there's a lot of just dirty shit about Hollywood that people really don't understand, you know? 95% of people who work on the set of a film something are men. White men. And I know that because I've been on over 100 sets. You know, and another thing that gets me upset too is like when people are like, oh, like, how do people get taken advantage of? Like, why would you go to somebody's hotel room for a meeting? And it's like, okay, first of all, in Ohio, if you go to fucking Columbus or Cleveland or Cincinnati or somewhere that's a big enough city, you can go to a hotel that has like a 12th floor that has a penthouse with a suite. And especially out here in Hollywood, you don't even have to go, you can go to like the second floor and have a hotel room that has 3 bedrooms, a balcony, a kitchen, a living room, and, you know, like all of these, because it's a suite and it's got like a mini fridge and all of these things. And like, so I get really upset whenever people are like, yeah, I just don't understand how like anyone in Hollywood with this and that and the other. And it's like, no, yeah, because first of all, they're all old men like Dan, and they're all creepy and weird, and they, you know, so it just is really sad when you hear all that stuff. Yeah.
And especially if you're like the person that's being taken advantage of, it's like you're scared, like, you know, like you want to be successful, and so you're like not gonna be automatically probably be like, get the fuck off me. You're be like, haha, like, this is kind of weird, but like, okay, like you're not automatically probably gonna fucking freak out on them, because that's how you get fucking like blacklisted, and that's how people get turned against you so fast. So you can't automatically just be like, fuck you. It's like, you want a career, and you usually have to be on people's good sides in order to do that.
Yeah, and it sucks because it's like they'll get to go on having a career, and you get to sit there and like watch them have all of the shit. Yeah. Well, that was a little bit of a different turn, but I know that what time is it for you? It's like, okay, it's not too terribly late.
8:20.
But if ever you wanted to start wrapping up and giving your final thoughts on the movie and like anything else you had, and you have to like go to work tomorrow, and still over 2 hours is a long time for someone, you know. I'm not saying that I'm like sick of you. I'm saying like, do what?
Yeah, I can hear my voice. Like, my voice is starting to like, I could feel it. Like, I'm getting tired. But yeah, I mean, the movie's amazing. I love it. I think it really does have a good message behind it, and it's just, it's so much fun, but it's still full of heart. It's very heartfelt, even though there's a lot of like funny moments and a lot of jokes. It's still just so sweet. And I think, I was like, what is that noise? It's my cats messing with something. I thought something was like about to fall on me. But yeah, I love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, man, it was so fun to watch it too. I knew that there was going to be a lot of different things that we would talk about and find the exact moments funny.
Mhm.
And it was so fun to be able to like get to have access to just you without all of those other boys fighting over you.
Yeah, I know, right? Ugh, so
Um,
obsessed with me.
why are you so
So
obsessed with
obsessed
me?
with me.
But we definitely should do something again. I'm thinking I haven't seen Jennifer's Body in probably 8 or 10 years. So if ever that idea intrigues you.
You know it does. You know it, yes. I
That little smile that happened right there.
I would love to. Okay, so really quick, I am waiting because I had pre-ordered this from this website. She makes clothes from like movies, and I had ordered a fucking Jennifer's Body, like a jacket that she wears with the hearts. So I'm like waiting for that to come in because I really want to wear that like for a watch party because I think it would be fun. And I ordered her pink heart earrings
Yeah.
with it. So I'm waiting for that to come in. But even if it doesn't come in, I'm still down. I just
Oh.
want it to come in so bad.
No, yeah, you go ahead and let me know. That would be awesome. I love stuff like that.
Yes.
Emily says, such a great movie. Super fun to watch with all. Thank you. We are very fun and hyper, and we talk a lot, so we probably got distracted from the movie as much as we would have liked to talk about it. But yeah, this was also kind of like the first time her and I were able to like only have each other, so we were still so involved in like hearing the other one talk and listening, you know.
Definitely. But yes, we have to do Jennifer's Body.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, that would be amazing.
Especially if your jacket comes before the new Megan Fox movie.
I
You
know.
can do this as like a prep.
Yes. It was already supposed to be here, but I'm like, okay, well, it's like on pre-order, you know, like she has to make a bunch because I'm going to a convention coming up, and that was like my outfit I wanted to wear. I was gonna be freaking Jennifer Fox. I was gonna be her.
And so we just said this has to be that way from now on.
That's her new name. Sorry, don't make the rules. But I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna wear it. But the convention's in like 2 weeks, pretty much, or a week, pretty much. I'm like, I don't think it's coming in. I'm still hopeful, but I don't think it's gonna come in.
Oh no! Listen, we will manifest it. We will sit here and we'll think about it.
I do have a backup plan already in place because I was like, just in case this doesn't come in, I cannot just show up because I haven't really dressed up. I've just worn like my black skinny jeans and a horror t-shirt. That's pretty much what I've worn. So this is gonna be my first time like actually doing like a little costume.
You would look good in her
camp counselor
cheerleader one that she's like on the cover of the DVD.
That fucking the same place they have her, not the one from the cover, but like her actual like yellow and purple one. They also have that one. I'm like, damn, I want it so bad because I still want to be here for everything.
Some parts of that movie. The parts I remember are her throwing something up on the floor and then coming to school the next day and being like, I feel like complete shit.
Yes.
Or whatever it was.
Literally me whenever I'm on my period. Like everything about her when she's hungry just reminds me of me, just like pale, grouchy, just hateful. That's me. Whenever, because like it makes me really sick. Mm-hmm. Same how she feels like super weak and sick and pale and just like you don't want to. That's exactly how I am. So if I'm ever on my period and I'm feeling bad, I'm like, I feel like Megan Fox and fucking Jennifer's Body when she needs to eat. Like that's literally me. Just fucking drained of everything.
I have a fun fact about your period. So, did you know that? Okay, how do I phrase this? So you know how like there's this common thing where it's like a woman can't be in charge or a woman can't be in president or blah, 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 because they have that 1 week a month where they're irrational, where it's whatever, and it's that so-called irrationality that we hate and can't put up with from a woman during that 1 week. That energy and attitude actually comes from a spike in testosterone introduced into her system. So all of that testosterone makes her mean and aggressive and irrational. So one could use scientific facts to infer that when a woman is menstruating on her period and is rude and mean and irrational, it's because she has testosterone and is acting like a man. So how come no one wants to put up with that for that 1 week? So it's like, if you don't want to put up with us when we act like that for 1 week, imagine what it's like putting up with you every day.
Literally, like, what's the fucking difference?
So if anybody ever gets on you for like, oh, you're irrational and you're a woman on your period, you should be like, yeah, actually, and you know nothing about science and clearly weren't educated enough in school, because if any teacher anywhere who honestly did their job right, they would have taught you that it's a reproductive system, and when your body goes through changes, chemicals are happening, and the chemical that's happening for me is testosterone.
Testosterone in my body. Hello.
And you know what? I don't know. I love throwing that in people's faces. It's like, oh, did you know that that's actually because they're acting more like men in that week? So you're actually resenting your own behavior.
Like, does this show you anything? But you just think it's gross because there's blood. But like,
you know what? If men bled out of their penises once a month, it would be the only thing they talked about.
It would, because it's so annoying whenever I feel like I'm fucking dying, where I'm so weak and I still have to work. Like, I feel like complete shit. Like, I just need to be in bed. And I still have to work and I still have to get through it. Like, no. Like, but fuck, you can walk around with your fucking dick and be happy all you want. But God forbid if I need a fucking couple of days to be by myself. Right?
My entire insides are falling out of my body. Excuse me.
Exactly. You don't want to fucking know what that toilet looks like, okay? So, leave me alone.
MC, I believe that's Miss Carter.
It is, yes.
Sorry I missed most of the thing. YouTube screwing up my notifications again.
It's
good,
okay.
no problem. There's always the watch back, and then there's always right now. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi.
And there will be more, so.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll try to let you know beforehand, because mine does the same thing. Sometimes it won't notify me, and it's pretty annoying.
I literally will get that. Like 2 days ago, I got a notification for like Good Real Hunting's Friday the 13th Part 1 review. And I was like, sis, we're on week 4.
Exactly. The other day, I got a notification for Lee's video, and I was like, oh, a new one, cool. And I went to look at it. It was from like 4 days ago. I was like, you're a little late there. Like, what the fuck? I was like, okay. Or it would be like a video I've already seen. I'm just like, are you even paying attention to anything?
Algorithm, my ass.
Seriously. Fucking notification bell my ass. Like, bullshit. Whatever.
Hit that like, hit the subscribe, ring my notification bell.
Do all the fun stuff. Do everything. The YouTube things.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for watching The House Bunny with us. Some of my favorite memories and moments and actresses and actors and songs like Chris was talking about. Great soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting to the point where I'm talking so much now. Great soundtrack. We just continue the rest of the stream.
Sure. Just me coughing a bunch.
I know, right? Now you can do the Natalie. Yeah, it's a fun like college movie. It always made me want to go to like a sorority house.
Me too.
It seemed like pure innocent fun, and so yeah, that's why we love stuff like that. But we will definitely get back into our horror roots and such.
That's what we need to do. Besides Jennifer's Body, we need to do Sorority Row.
Oh yes,
we need to, because guess who the fuck is in that?
Did you said Gary May's in it?
No, I said guess who. Oh, besides her. Sorry, my bad. Beside that.
Okay, who?
Carrie Fisher's in it.
What?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
She plays like the house mom, kind of. She's not in it a bunch.
I don't care.
In it throughout, but she's in it, and she's fucking badass.
Dude, Princess Leia, I don't know if you can tell by all the Star Wars, but
I
Princess
know.
Leia
I
is one of my
know.
favorite things in the world. I have like 3 Princess Leia pop figures over there. An original figure from when my dad was 6 years old in like
Uh-huh.
1978. Yeah, man, I love characters. That's why I love Scream 3. They're like, hey, are
I
you? It's like,
know.
no.
No. But you look just like her. I fucking love it. It's so good. But yes, Jawbreaker. I need to order it because I fucking love that movie. I just don't own it.
Mhm.
But yes, to Jawbreaker. Again, another movie that really helped shape who I am today. Just growing up watching it so much. I love it.
She's like, listen, bitch, one word and you're over.
It PG fucking Keen. I want that tattooed on me. I want
Oh my
PG
God.
fucking Keen tattooed. I will at some point, probably in some pink. I think it would look amazing. So
I'm totally down for that. I studied under the guy who directed that movie in film school.
whoa.
Only for a month because my courses were 30 days long. So every 30 days you learn something new with a different person. And I had him for 1 month, and oh my God, he told so many stories about Jawbreaker and
I love it.
what it was like being like, he was like 24 or like 28 whenever he like directed it, and he was like young and gay in the 90s or whatever. And like his biggest thing that he worked on was the outfits and making sure that the outfits were like cool.
Fucking amazing. I love it. Like all the monochrome outfits with like the little crop top and the little like cardigan over it. I want one of those in every single color. Like a nice little combo matching. I love it. And Rose McGowan, she's fucking amazing. One of my favorite Mean Girls because she's fucking mean. She's not like, you bitch. Like, no. She goes through some fucking links to like fuck someone over.
Oh yeah,
She's very mean.
It's intense. And obviously it was inspired by Heather's, which is great.
Yes, which I just watched that one recently for the first time.
I watched it for the first time about 9 months ago.
Ooh. That was a movie that was shown on The Last Drive-In. I think during season 2, and so I was kind of like going back watching some episodes, and I watched it and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, Winona Ryder when she's young, nothing better.
I know, she's just a fucking staple. I love her.
I didn't know there was a musical for Heather's.
Yeah, there is, because that's how I first found out what Heather's was from theater whenever I was in high school, because our theater teacher, we were talking about musicals and stuff, and we were talking about Heather's. That's how I first was introduced to Heather's, was like the musical.
Wow, there's a lot of Evil Dead has a musical. There's a lot of things and stuff. Carrie has a musical.
Reanimator has a musical.
I think it's clear by how much we're fumbling.
Yes. And I feel like once I get too excited, that's when my words start to fucking like become one. So my Destiny, pronunciate. You gotta actually say every fucking letter, or else it's gonna be like. And no one can make out
I'm
what
like
that
a puppy dog when I talk. I'm like, and this, and that, and then.
That's
why we didn't fucking talk about the house bunny all night.
Exactly. That's why we're here. But I like that. It keeps it entertaining. We're not here just to talk about the movie. We're here just to fuck around, pretty much.
That's why it's a watch party.
Yes, that's what makes it fun.
Well, I had so much fun. I really hope you'll come back. I'm sure, and I know you will. Of
course.
But we'll get all of that sorted out another time. And I just want to thank everyone for interacting and watching and sharing their rankings of the Chucky things, sharing their stories, laughing at Anna Faris with us whenever she's like, sweet balls,
balls.
And with all of that being said, I'm Chase, and this is Destiny. And we'll see you next time. All right, everybody, have a great night.
Bye.